Hello, everybody, and welcome back, finally, to another episode of Choose Your Roll, your favorite show on the internet, and where our beverage of choice tonight is water.
I got root beer.
Speak for yourself.
I just drank Pepsi.
You guys got drinks?
I got ranks.
I'm your DM extraordinaire, and not a dry bitch, AJ, and this week, it is one of the fun weeks where you get to catch me as Clover, the 7-foot-tall spider chef. Actually, wait, no. In my spider form, I'm 14 foot tall.
Yeah, you're
and
pretty.
it's awesome.
You're pretty horrifyingly tall in your spider
I'm a biggin. I'm the happiest big person ever.
I don't know about that. We saw some pretty happy tall people before. They were giant, but...
Ga ba 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 ba.
Anyways.
Cat.
Hello, I'm Kat. I play Flora the Tiefling Wizard here on Saturdays, and I'm excited that we're actually playing tonight. And if you're curious about the whole Spider Chef thing, then tune in this Monday, where I will also be playing Chrysanthemum, the Spider Chef's sister.
Who's not a spider and not a
Who
chef.
is not a spider and not a chef.
Well, then how is anyone gonna know what you actually are? I mean, sheesh.
They'll tune in, Micah. That's the point. Speaking of
It's
which,
your own identity.
hello everyone. I'm Odin. I play Dahlia on this channel. Wait, no, on this series. Either way, I run the other series for this channel, the One Piece D&D. Endless Horizon is what we call it. We play every other Monday, and I get to roll a devil fruit list whenever they find one that has over 500 different options, and I'm adding more and drawing all of them. I'm at 63 drawn so far. So join us this
you
Monday.
made most of these yourself, too. This is like
I
one
know.
of those, it's your bed.
I know. I would say more than half of them are all my ideas for devil fruits, and they're actually not bad.
You know, me being the luck vampire I am, I of course get the rarest one. The second rarest category of devil fruit, even.
I was about to say, I thought the rarest one was mythical.
Mythical
I'm
is
almost
the
the
rarest.
one we're
I
gonna
would
find.
put Logia and Ancient pretty much on the same level for rarity.
That tracks. We've seen about even numbers of each Mosametos.
Exactly. Anyways. What post turtle?
Yeah, go
I was trying to figure out what the order was right now, because we went up and down.
Blue, red,
You,
green,
Micah.
black, white.
Okay.
Makes an N.
Okay. Well, hello there. I am Micah. In this game, I am known as Yordrick, the Tortle Warlock. In the same Monday One Piece game, I am Robert Ulysses Sherman Jackson, the mink gunslinger and navigator of the ship. Broden, is there a gunpowder fruit?
I cannot
not
disclose.
anymore.
I cannot disclose this information.
Interesting. Moving on.
Wow, that was fast. Well, I'm Selkus. I play Peleus. I used to be the weird, mysterious guy, but now I'm kind of just getting outdone by everyone else. Especially Scrap.
Yeah, Strap's shady as fuck.
No one's ever gotten into his stuff with telepathy.
Well,
We
No one's
legally
asked
can't.
questions.
We
We've
all-
asked less questions about Scrap stuff than we have about Yordrick and telling the weather. I mean, changing the weather.
We legally can't ask about him. He says he's under contract.
We'll
NDA
break the
and all.
law.
That's
He'll lose a foot.
He might die.
Laws for
Of height.
squares.
He'll lose a foot of height.
He's not using it. Speaking of Scrap.
true.
Hi guys, I'm Toma, and I play Scrap, the problem waiting to happen. I mean Kobold Alchemist.
Yeah, you got it right the first time.
And on every other Monday, including this Monday, I play Suru, the sky person doctor. Sure that won't cause problems at all. I'm totally a person. Right,
Barbara.
guys? The government says I'm a person, right?
I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
you're a
I
person.
mean, if
Well,
we
basically
put
the
your
same
wings
thing.
inside a jacket, they can't say otherwise.
Yeah, like I'd say you're about the same tier as me and Chrysanthemum. As long as you don't say, "Hey, we're from here," they'll probably just be like, "Yep, that's a person."
You at least have the option of possibly passing as a legal person.
Rather
No,
they
it's because
respect
there are
that.
just tall people out there.
Yeah,
that's the people.
Sherman just looks at Kurashiro. Well, we're screwed.
It's been good news after good news today. They just casted Bartolomeo
Yes.
because he shows up in Logtown.
Does he?
Yeah, when Luffy doesn't get executed, he points at Luffy and says, "God."
Yeah, kinda.
That's
I
his
wish
entire.
I-
Mike, he's from Logtown. He was the crime boss there.
I
and then
understand that.
discovered
'Cause I remember him.
Oh,
having-
Jesus.
But we're not in One Piece. We are
Yeah.
in.
I know, but I'm just saying the good news. And there's a season 4 confirmed for Ted Lasso.
Hmm. You just keep getting good news. Ted
Yeah,
Lasso,
no, it's great.
Orville, One Piece.
Orville, One Piece, my dad's cancer surgery was successful. Batman popcorn bucket.
What?
Oh, it's a bat signal too.
Oh.
Anyways,
Anyways.
And Micah, talk. Earn your recap, boy.
don't forget
Sorry.
to do this as well as for Monday.
I have them both written down.
Damn, that's funny timing.
Yeah, I did think about that. I mean, technically, if we had the game last week, I would have done it for this game. So it was just thrown off due to weeks. Next time it happens would be very awkward, but later. So considering I was missing the previous game, Yordrick was able to catch up with the group as they were heading back towards town, and they shared with him the information about the raids upon the cart and how they were able to fend it off. With the words, Pallius specifically tried to question the owner of the cart, trying to get any kind of details out of them about the food and all that. About his comment of, "I've already paid you," but unfortunately it did not really bear any fruit because most of the stuff was, "Oh, I leave money in a location, it's picked up, and they say they won't raid me." Lo and behold, they still raided him. Flora, Scrap, and Pallius then took the mage they had captured during the confrontation to the basement to question him, giving him a calm emotion potion to try and make it more civil conversation. Unfortunately, it got a bit too civil as he did not care about any kind of threats or promises much. Besides, "Let me go." They decided he was not so much as a threat as the actual cult members after getting what little information they could out of him, specifically about the camp of the highwaymen, where they are, the quote-unquote smelly man that's in the camp operating everything, and who's paying everybody. They did end up letting him go, but he did steal a sandwich, I believe. We then decided as a group that we should try to scout out this camp, try to gain any information about the stuff coming in, the stuff going out. We were able to pull money together and got a couple different items that we thought would help us, between a spyglass, some traps, other things like that, cloaks to cover us up. That was pretty much what we did. It was mainly just preparation for this trying to spy on the camp.
Because I didn't want to do plot and then a week break. I'm not doing what One Piece does.
I got an inspiration last session for telling people that it was a bad idea to try and intimidate the person who was calm emotioned.
Yeah, he can't feel anything, fear included.
Just hunger, apparently.
Not an emotion, more of a biological function.
Eh.
That's like saying, you're calm emotions, you shouldn't have to pee.
Hungry can lead to emotions.
It is a catalyst for emotions, but it's more of a biological function.
Yeah.
I mean, calm emotions also just stops you from feeling extreme emotions. It doesn't stop you from feeling everything.
Yeah.
I just
think
imagine
fear is an
calm
extreme
emotion, and it's
emotion.
like, "I gotta pee." Guy goes on himself.
It depends on the
Why did
level
you
of
do that?
fear.
I'm not gonna be embarrassed.
Yeah. And still feel something.
and then I rolled the magic D6, the yellow
Do I
one.
get inspiration?
One that likes
Oh yeah, why not?
Well, because normally you say whether someone did good enough for it or not.
I don't know, Micah. Are you good enough?
I don't know. You
No,
think you're
you
good
don't-
enough? Proud of you?
You don't want to ask me that. I have low self-esteem.
Hey, guess what number it landed on?
What?
4?
4.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every time.
God damn it.
I'm not even doing a bit. That's the worst part of this.
I know. I had a
At
break
no
for a
point-
couple sessions.
Yeah, at no point am I doing a bit.
I'm pretty sure it's landed on me maybe once.
It was
It's
maybe
never
one.
landed
I
on
think it
Broden.
took like
I would say it's
100.
never landed on Dahlia, which I think is hilarious.
I
think
don't
it's-
roll ones, Broden.
I think it was recent. It was like one of the last few sessions where it landed on Scrap finally.
Yeah. Anyways,
Oh yeah, where did we leave off exactly? I forget. Were we just still
we
chatting?
I
just
think we were
finished
just
up
still
our
at the
shopping.
Now, I'll say you are all in the peace room.
As opposed to the war room.
Peace room is like where you eat.
Alright, so
where
do
the
we have all
most
the
violence
supplies?
happens.
So do we have all the supplies then? Are we ready to do the scouting, or what do we want to do?
Who did we give the spyglass to? I think we gave it to Scrap.
No,
I think we
it's
gave-
with Dahlia.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the two.
I just
people
know
who
it went into somebody's bag of holding.
You put it in yours.
Alright, well let's just go over the plan one more time. If we're going to be moving around, I think we settled on Dahlia and Flora working together. And the rest of us should remain for backup for those two. Ideally, we can stake them out on any sort of paths or clearings that might allow them to get back to town faster. Any other suggestions?
So we're just doing a stakeout, we're not fighting?
I don't
I don't
believe
think
so.
it'd be a good idea for us to confront a whole camp without any prior knowledge.
Also, if there's any survivors, then it's likely they'll be able to get to whoever's in town, and then they'll go to ground and be far harder to pull out of here.
Just like
I think we should tell somebody in town where we're going, so that if we get captured and don't come back, they can send a rescue party.
Hey,
Send a message to your sister.
That's really smart.
Toma knows what he's doing. He's been hiking.
I think we did go over that last time. We talked about Scrap maybe going to talk to Sentry, right?
Yeah, but he just never did.
Okay.
So who do you think we can trust in town? Flora's boyfriend is out of town, and I think maybe Ludner.
God, that would have been a
goes
good
under
one.
Our employ can be good. Scrap, your sister's in the guard. If you can trust her and trust anyone, and she can trust anyone else in the guard, they could work. We'll want to be careful with who we tell this information to.
I forget, do we have anyone that has sending or anything yet?
Yes.
I look at the bard.
Who,
Yeah.
who is
Dahlia.
falling? He's currently falling asleep in the chair next to the fireplace.
Just a thought. Why don't we just tell Terry?
I
Aren't
thought
they-
B team was all still gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh yeah,
they're gone
Who's
on mission,
here?
so they...
Hate
The
this.
Thought
bee
somebody was still
man.
around.
The Red
Red
Brand, B-Man, Hara, Quackers.
I mean, if Hara is like the receptionist, it would make sense to basically just like, hey, if we're not back in what, maybe like
3 days.
2 days. Do we know how far of a trip it was to walk there?
Nope, he just pointed at a map.
No. We have a general idea of the area, but I mean, we don't really know exactly where it's at, and we don't know when we're going to actually try to make a move on anything yet.
So
so-
we know that whatever this camp is halfway between the town we were going to, which is about a full day's travel away, and the city. So we
Then
could
we could
estimate probably day and a half to get there.
We could probably tell Hara like, hey, if we're not back in 4 or 5 days, give this letter to Sentry, and Scrap write a letter for her saying, hey, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going. If you're getting this, that means we're gone. We have not
Hey.
returned.
So, sis, my soul might be eaten by a giant pig in the sky.
Hmm.
Damn shame that. Anyways,
Yeah.
go nuts.
Dahlia will also give the instructions of if she doesn't hear anything back from Dahlia in that time.
Yeah, because
like
you
if
could do
she-
ascending if we're out there
Exactly.
longer.
If we
So-
stake out this location and we have sentries start mustering guards or whoever to come and assault the location, and they start stirring as if ready for an attack, we can send a sending to Sentry, and then she'll know that somebody she told the cult.
Good idea. And that way they can back off.
Also, if we know what sort of preparations they're putting in place, if we don't want her to back off, we can tell her what they're setting up, and so she can prepare for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Regardless, we'll want to be careful. Scrap, what do you think the odds are on Ludner's band wanting some revenge?
How happy did Lugner seem to be just making shit?
He was at peace. That seems to be how he copes.
Bless you.
They probably wouldn't be against it, but there's a chance that they might just let it go with what they've lost already.
Fair enough, we don't want to tell them everything about them. Even if they knew the truth, they probably would be on our side. Right. Well, being out never has never stopped me before, so I guess we'll have to work with what we can when we know what we know. I assume we'll be heading out tomorrow then?
Gosh. Just continue.
Is that a Broden gosh damn or a Dahlia gosh damn?
My niece just walked into my room. Gosh dang it.
Oh, okay.
Are we wanting to try and take any of the animals or carts, or do we think it'd be better for the sake of not being noticed just to walk?
Suppose Dahlia's horse might stand out a bit. An axe
Looks out the window and it's just majestically flipping its hair.
Mm-hmm. Sparkling in the middle of the evening sun.
Yeah.
It's possible that, well, tofu might blend in a bit more. An axe beak is less likely to stand out, I would think. What do you think, Flora? You used to be a soldier. What do you make of all this?
Stakeout operation. We need the least amount of weight dragging us down as possible.
True. The animal could provide some extra mobility, though.
He could also be emergency chicken wings.
Just busts through the wall and stares at you.
Scrap, you just called your baby emergency food. I mean, Flora, you just called your baby emergency food.
Y'all doing great.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks and I had a whole nother session today.
Well,
Well,
sure, get off the pod, make a decision.
Yep. I guess Flora doesn't care about the comment I made, okay.
It has been long enough to where, well, opinions disregarded.
yeah, personally, I think we don't need to take any of the animals just because they would all have to do checks as well.
I say we
Those are
just
right.
we go by foot. It'll take a little longer, but it will allow us to be more concealed. We have our cloaks, and frankly, I don't want to try painting tofu.
You would never sit still.
Well, I couldn't blame you there. Alright, well, it's settled then. We get packed tonight, and we'll head out tomorrow morning.
And then they headed out tomorrow morning. Unless Scrap truly does want to tell his sister. Or Hara, or Terry, or the duck.
We just tell quackers. We get imprisoned. Later, we just hear noise coming from outside wherever we're being held. Door breaks down. There's just fire and people screaming in agony behind him as Quackers just walks in from the broken door.
Only freeze Dahlia.
Only freeze Dahlia. Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, guys, look! Someone came to save us with quackers!
Quacker just pecks your locks off. Well, they came to save me.
Good luck, everyone else.
I mean,
Well,
did you want to tell anybody, yes or no? Don't wait for
I think we
people
should
to
tell
approve.
Hara.
I'm gonna tell Terry, I think.
Okay.
What
Terry's not
time-
here.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
time is
wait,
it?
well, you said Terry earlier, so I thought for
Oh,
a second...
Cat
Yeah, but I
did.
commented
I
that
said
BT
Terry,
wasn't
yeah.
here.
Yeah, that
therefore-
immediately got
One
shut
shot.
No, no,
down.
I swear you just said. Someone get that in the log. Someone get that. I swear he just said
No.
Terry.
No, I didn't.
I'm hallucinating.
I
So I
also
think-
heard Terry.
So I think the
Yes.
plan is we give a message to Hara, be like, if we are not back within 5 days, send
Or you
help
don't
to-
receive a sending from Dahlia.
Yeah. We have Scrap write a note for her to give to his sister in case we have not returned, specifically so she can hopefully help us if bad things have happened to us.
What if our
Okay.
secretary has been compromised?
I don't know. What if you've been compromised?
Well, then they know we're
Slowly
coming
change.
already.
Be quiet,
Yeah.
AJ. They're not supposed to know about that.
You've been replaced once, lied about it one other time.
That's a wonder we still trust him at all.
I mean, Dahlia still.
Hmm.
Dahlia
Even
still
without
looks
you,
at him.
That was before.
Say, Dahlia still looks at him
Keep
funny.
him on a leash.
For all you guys know, me making jokes out of characters just to throw you off the scent.
Yeah.
Damn, he's such a master manipulator.
What time is it, though? Like,
time
could I
is it?
feasibly go and tell Sentry right now if I
Yeah.
wanted
It's just 7 a.m. You know, 7 a.m. you go down the stairs for breakfast.
to? I mean,
Yeah, no
yeah,
tin cans.
if no one objects to it, I wouldn't mind informing Sentry that we're gonna go and scout out where we think the cult is, and we'll contact her when we found it.
Say no.
I-
I mean,
With
no
how
one's
much
objecting.
dead air there's been, stop caring if people object. Just go do
I'm
shit.
gonna say,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, look,
no one's objecting. We're all saying, yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good
Our-
idea.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
lack of a no now constitutes a yes in this context only.
I
Mm.
go yeet.
Looking at you, chat. This time only.
Yeah, me. I ain't doing. I ain't getting caught lacking. I'm in it.
Good.
he ain't getting canceled.
Okay, and you go to the You go home, and she is there with your father and your mother.
Scrap enters with his own theme music.
Dun, dun,
Bum 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 battle and da 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 da.
I like that you both went entirely different directions with that.
Actually, no. If you have a theme song, it's Wacky Sax.
Probably.
Wow. Didn't know my little brother woke up this early.
Well, how do you know I'm not just still awake?
Equally plausible.
So, me and my guildmates are gonna go do a thing, and I figured it'd probably be a good idea to tell you.
What are you doing?
Well, you know how we went and did that job, and we stopped a merchant from getting ambushed on the road?
I think you told her that.
I would imagine it was in the, like, reports of what happened when we got back to the city.
Yeah, but she hasn't been to work. She's been laid up.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I didn't talk about that with you. Anyway, we did that. And, so now, we've got a bit of information on, where a certain group of people might be.
Cool.
You say cool, or you?
Like who? Like who?
Like the people that did that made gestures at where she's got hurt.
Yeah, that's probably something to take care of, rather than leave that one go unhandled. So, is the whole group going? Like, house gonna be empty?
I mean, we're gonna have, like, the usual guards there and the secretary and stuff, but
Okay.
for
good,
the
I ain't
most
gotta call in
part,
a
both
favor.
teams are gonna be gone. What?
I don't gotta call in a favor. Because if
No,
your house is unoccupied and you've been upsetting people,
I don't think I've upset that many people.
you upset people you live with.
You know, now that you mention it, Dahlia did punch me in the face. Anyway, so I figured I'd let you know that we were gonna go head out and do that. If you wanted to put something together, we could send you a message once we figure out where they are and what sort of situation they're in. Maybe you could get a group together to come help deal with it.
I mean, I can do my best. As far as, going excursions out, you gotta make sure nobody's on duty.
If you don't have any specific group that you would want to bring out for that, do you have any suggestions of people that would be good to contact for it?
I'm not just gonna give you a list of my friends' names and addresses.
I was assuming you'd have, like, a mercenary company or something.
Hey.
What?
Why? Why would they need that?
I don't know. I'm not a guard.
No, we can do our job.
Well, yeah, but sometimes stuff happens outside the city.
Thankful for those who help, but we are not gonna ask for it.
He thinks about it for a second. 5 gold says I find Shank there.
Hey, 10 says one of your friends kills him on accident.
One of my friends kills Shank on accident.
20 gold is Dahlia.
100, someone does it on purpose.
50.
You owe me 100 if someone does it on purpose. No.
So if I'm understanding correctly, if we find him there but he doesn't get killed, you owe me 15 gold.
Yeah.
But if we find him there and somebody kills him on accident, you owe me 5 gold.
If you find him there and someone kills him on purpose, nothing happens. Because you really wouldn't want to enforce that in our parents' home if our fucking brother died.
You know, you're making this gambling on finding my brother at a den of scum and villainy really hard to actually.
Did he just cut on the word actually for anyone else?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You know, you're making it really hard to do this bet on finding my brother at a port of scum and villainy.
I think that's
Seriously. You're making it this bet about finding him, and then you keep cutting out.
I don't know why I would be cutting out. I'm not doing anything different.
Let's move on.
I don't know if he's cutting out or if he's just ending the statement there.
Yeah, it feels like, well, it feels so abrupt.
No, I'm talking about how they're making it really difficult to actually do this bet because they're making the terms confusing.
Okay, there it is.
Let's
Anyways.
just not bet on our brother's life.
I was betting on finding him. You made it about his life.
Yeah, because if you guys find him, his life's in jeopardy.
Hey.
No, not necessarily.
Hmm.
There's apparently just a bunch of bandits working with this cult.
If he recognizes you and points it out, look at that. He's a liability. They'll kill him.
No, maybe, no, maybe.
You know, that's a good point. If I find him there, I'm gonna have to drag him out.
Yep. Yordrick will just kill him.
I'll do it.
Damn.
Yeah, you know, Yordrick just absolute violence.
Right?
With them.
Yordrick will kill him with a pumpkin.
I mean,
Well,
try.
if anything happens, you'll get a message in your brain meat from Dahlia. Bye!
Then
Just
he left.
as he's walking through the main room. Bye, Mom and Dad. Love you.
Both of their mouths are unfortunately full. You caught them like a waiter.
It's fine. He doesn't need to hear it. He knows.
Oh.
How did my roll 20 lose?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I've been having weird things where, like, random tabs will open on my browser, but it's been fixed since I restarted my computer, so I don't know what that was about.
And then they headed out. Micah, roll navigation.
Wait, oh.
A lot of dead air. Come on.
Okay, let's see here. Survival and 1, 2, 3.
That's pretty good.
24.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. What's marching order?
Yordrick, if he's navigating, would probably be in the front.
I have a question for the group. Are we stealthing or are we just walking?
That does affect pace.
I'd assume we'd go normal pace for a while, and then when we get to a general area, we would start stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's
Yeah.
no reason to stealth for over a day away from the place.
Yeah.
It's just the guards watch the gate. The hell are they doing?
No, bro,
It's just
you know
as
what it
we're
is?
walking out of the gate, everyone just going, dana, dana,
Toma, bro, and you know what this is? This
Are
is
they
the
doing
bug
their own
fiction
theme
show where they're
song?
just in those ghillie suits trying to go around.
Oh yeah.
I was y'all just crouch like Skyrim stealth.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Immediately turn invisible.
Sir, just because you're behind me while crouching does not mean I don't know you're there.
Anyone know any
Slowly lower a basket on the head.
fun fun I don't know, travel tunes? No? Okay.
Not particularly.
God damn, y'all are a bundle of energy and excitement.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Really?
You know,
Get back into the flow of
listen
things.
to a
I know
single
how to make
speech
explosives. I don't know how to play songs.
have you ever thought about making music with explosives?
I can make statues with explosives
Oh, that's neat.
with Dahlia's help.
Wait, is
Brings
that
up
the
a
thing
point,
that you keep
Dahlia.
talking about that's out in the forest somewhere?
Oh, we made another one recently. Did you not see the gods statue?
Was that near the house?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the session I was gone?
No.
No.
How did you miss it? Like, light descended from the sky and everything.
I legitimately don't remember that. It might have just been because it's
I-
been 2 weeks.
You forgot when they blew up a statue. What excites you,
Yes.
George?
No, this is above game. I legitimately don't remember it.
Oh, now it's in game.
No, it's in...
You're saying, Flora?
You know,
Oh, it just made me think I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument.
What instrument did you want to learn?
See that?
Gestures vaguely to the air.
just music in
Do you want
general.
to learn to sing? Do you want to learn to?
The piano?
I think
I can-
I think that Flora should learn to ham bone.
I can teach you how to play the piano.
Dolly, you can play the piano?
Yeah,
Since when?
I've always known how.
This might seem kind of out of pocket, but violin would be fun.
Are you sure? I hear that's extremely difficult to learn.
It is a difficult one to start with, but it is plausible. Say, I don't know how to play a violin. I know how to play an instrument similar to a violin.
What's that?
I know how to play shamisen?
Mm-hmm. You said it right.
They're trying to get the pronunciation right.
Shamisen.
Yeah. It's kind of like a lute, violin-esque instrument.
Now, this I didn't know. You'll have to show me sometime.
I can show you soon. I messaged my grandfather a while back. He's sending me my mom's.
I will say there's someone in your group that you would not expect to play an instrument.
Anyone else? Instruments? Play 'em? Yordrick? Palius? Instruments?
No, unfortunately I never had the kind of gestures towards the big old claws. Never got the knack behind an instrument.
Oh.
You can play the drums.
There were people that played drums in the village, yes.
You can play your shell as a drum.
Please don't.
I don't understand why you would say that. I said you could do that.
Say, I can
just
somewhat
imagine-
sing.
Just imagine knocking on his shell and it's just a very long echoing noise. Like it doesn't stop for a while.
Peleus, you're awfully quiet on this one.
Oh, I don't play any instruments now. I got very bored back at home with the instructors.
Did they ever try to teach you anything?
Oh, they tried. Violin, a bit of piano. I didn't really have the patience for it. I have quite a few instruments actually in the basement. Some people that play them pretty well. If we ever go there, I can show you.
Well, like, I don't know.
Oh, that's it.
Do we have instruments on us to actually do this singing thing?
The most I could do is probably just sing.
We could play I Spy.
Ooh.
I'm rolling on a table now. They're getting so low, I need to hurt you.
Wait, what is?
The energy is getting so low, I need to hurt you.
I've been enjoying this, like...
Oh, no, you're fine.
What?
Yep. That's it. Polar bear.
Oh.
Oh
no.
my god.
Global warming.
It's
Yeah, no, that's
Moving further south.
It's
The
so cute. Can we keep
Then
it?
you realize Dolly's the size of its leg.
No,
Damn,
you
wow.
don't understand. With brown bears and black bears, there's a plan. With polar bears, you just die.
That is my favorite thing with polar bears. Start praying.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, the only thing you can really do with polar bears is be inside a structure they can't get through.
That's why in Alaska, you're not supposed to lock your vehicles on the street. In
So
case
people
anyone
can
needs
hide.
to hide.
Oh my god.
Cat, do you not
That's
know?
an actual thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just so we get a tutorial on what our characters can do again. Perception check, one of you. Elect me a victim.
Ooh.
Selka's called it.
Dolly's just gonna start singing.
Ooh.
Aw, just like the
I
good
always
old
roll well with
days.
these, so.
Cool. I'm gonna put you guys on a map then.
Oh.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna roll something real quick. 13.
Classic Peleus perception checks.
I need,
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
glad, I'm glad I did that because like I realized
DM
I'm
rolls performance of a 13.
it's decent singing. She's not a
Yeah.
special at it.
It's good. I just gotta find a thing now.
She more
have it.
hums to herself as we go.
Really? God damn! I knew I used this monster before. There it is. It's an aberration.
Oh, I thought I was gonna throw a bullet at us again.
See, I
Shut up!
spy with my little eye something.
Don't know what I'm doing. I can throw Batman at you guys.
I'm Batman.
Something yellow.
How much prep time?
I'm Scrapman.
Is it the sun?
Nope.
I think I made a mistake when I leveled up.
Huh?
Explain.
I think I forgot to add a extra bomb formula.
Well, isn't that good?
That's a good mistake.
Hold the fuck up.
Let me double check.
Bear with us, folks.
Hey.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, because I dragged you guys onto it.
Oh.
Scrap
Never mind.
barely had any HP.
Never mind. I think the new one that I learned was impact bomb. Never mind. I'm fine.
You dragged us
Scrapper?
onto the map?
Well, onto this map as a test, yeah, and because I know you don't have that much now. Scrap's HP was 15.
Then it was probably an old token.
No, I just dragged it. Weird that it's
Strange.
saying that.
It
but-
can't be right.
Okay, I dragged it on again, and now it works. Okay, so what's your typical marching order?
I think it's Yordrick was at front.
Mhm.
Dolly was playing I Spy. Dolly, would you also be at front?
Yeah, she'd probably be second.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably then Palius, and then the rest.
Yeah.
Scrap just scurrying along trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flora's usually like either at the back or second to last.
And then we put Dahlia there. And now I can drag you guys over, because Dahlia was on here twice for some reason, and no, she can't use Shadow Clones.
Yeah.
Not until she
Keyword.
starts eating her vegetables.
Mm.
Whoa!
Oh,
yes, erupting from
this
the
guy
ground
again.
is something I wanted. Is something to fight.
I wanna
call-
keep it.
That's so cute.
Ah,
Talks adorably too. I love it. I want
Aww.
AJ.
It does get a surprise attack because of that perception check, by the way.
it. If not friend, why friend shaped?
Micah.
Who just?
Oh, we lost music.
Don't kill it. It's probably just hungry.
AJ, why is
Oh,
the
it's
grid
definitely
off?
hungry.
Because, Micah, this is one of the first maps I made.
Oh, okay.
Who's it making an attack against?
Yeah, this is the map where we fought the
Give me a
bear
few.
that I clobbered.
Yeah. There we go. That's where I want it to be. Hold on. It's sheet closed when I tried to open your guys' is. Hold. Okay, we got it. And let me just pull up this. Nope. Everyone roll the magic eye word. It. Oh, hold on. I gotta. It. After I put stuff on there.
Oh.
It just got all the stuff from the last encounter. So. Oh, cool. Good
God,
for me.
12. Oh wait, that was a tech save.
Good
Even
job.
worse. Yes.
This is very accurate to how I feel our group would be reacting.
Ooh.
Huh?
Perhaps
Nope,
just a
that is-
twitchy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Say what?
Okay, so it will get a first shot at you. And I'm gonna aim this one at
Oh.
Tony. Or Toma in this case.
Say Tony miles away. What the? Ah!
Just the long jaws of the law reaching off screen.
Natural one? Actually, no, it's surprise. So 19.
Advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
That hits.
So Scrap, as it just erupts from the ground, and Dahlia says, looking up, I spy something yellow, and suddenly the dirt beneath your feet begins to cake up, and your bottom gets chomped for 24. As it just...
Oh no, he's being turned into a chew toy.
Micah, roll Arcana.
Okay. 13.
These things don't tend to go out of their caves unless something's messing with the earth.
Like the Earth, you care about that, right?
Yeah, you like the earth, right?
It has its uses.
Tom, would you like to take a turn?
I would, in fact, like to take a turn, and I'm immediately gonna fucking teleportation bomb the fuck away. He gets bitten for over half his HP, and he goes, nope.
Bullets are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This is our tutorial to get ourselves back into the rhythm. So,
Let's see.
is that action?
Yeah, that's action. Okay. Well, luckily no one else who is really squishy is next to it.
Yes.
Imagine
if I put it behind you.
Well, basically what I mean is I don't have to shove one of the
Oh, I know.
casters away from it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So imagine if I put it here. Mikey looks you dead in the eye and just says, Raggle Fraggle.
What'd you say about my mother?
Is that what Terran sounds like?
I guess I could have technically Draconic cried before I left, and that could have been him going, ah! So if you'll allow me to retroactive Draconic cry, I will. But if not,
I'll let you flip. I'll let you flip a coin for it.
Okay.
Odds or evens.
Evens.
All right, good for you.
Cool. It's Draconic cried then, and Scrap is gonna scamper the fuck over.
Camper and scurry.
And now it is its turn. And now I'm gonna aim this one at Toma again.
What?
Oh.
It has a 40-foot burrow speed. I could.
I mean, it'd have to move away from us, which would be bad for it.
Yes, it's true. I'm not saying I will, Micah.
We could.
I could.
It's
He
always
could,
not.
and it would kill me.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have advantage. He could roll low.
Hey, Selkus, chomp.
Ow.
15?
That just barely misses.
Ooh.
Damn it! You led me on with most of that sentence.
Yep.
Oh my god, there's so many
That's
scraps.
gonna
When
be
did he learn Shadow Clone Jutsu? He's multiplying.
I found him on the edge of the screen.
Okay, no wonder your characters wouldn't come up to where I wanted them to. But yes, as it tries to chomp at Pallius, let me see if this thing has a funny bonus action. No, but I could make it jump 30 feet.
What? What?
I could.
I mean, do you want to?
No, but I have something funny for next turn, so go ahead.
Alright.
This is hilarious.
Is it my turn?
Yes, ma'am.
Dahlia's gonna bonus action Flame Blade.
Meow.
She sees it bite down on Scrap. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna guess I can stand there.
Yeah. If your token can go there, you can go there.
Alright. She's going to swing down. I'm confused. Is this a triple flank or a double flank?
Double.
Mixed
Triple.
up.
Triangles.
Alright, add advantage. 20.
Wow, advantage notwithstanding, but you needed the flank.
For 13
Yeah, as you
fire.
splice down into the back of it, this one seems to weirdly be responding a little bit better than normal.
So it doesn't seem like the fire's doing as much damage.
As much. So like you slice down and you do chip off shell, but you see a little bit of heat underneath.
So maybe not resistant, but not taking them enough.
Yeah, it is a die subtracted.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say pure mechanics. I'm subtracting a die from this. So
okay.
those based in elemental planes can roll Arcana.
Okay. Is this beyond
19.
the Arcana I already rolled?
Yeah, this is another one.
Okay. 14.
Usually these things are purely earth-based creatures. Why the hell is there fire underneath it?
Guys, there
Hold
may be
on.
fire stuff to this one.
It is. I'll just say there may be some unfortunate plane leakage.
Someone should really
Oh, we
patch
better
that
call a
up.
plumber.
Last time you guys dealt with the planes, it ended pretty well, right?
You better call Saul.
Well, last time we dealt with anything much with the plains, it was on the mountain, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually worked out very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
we're
guys
1
made-
for 1 at that point.
Yeah.
The worst thing that happened was you froze Yordrick.
Yeah.
Still
Speaking of
upset.
Yordrick.
Yeah. I will use my bonus action. Well, yes. I'll use my bonus action for Emerald Surge, which means next time I do an attack, it will be a d6 of poison damage included, and then I will begin the smacking with the war pick.
Now, is that an earth spell, or is that part of your stick?
That's part of my war pick.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know, long
So
as
you
since
can
I haven't looked
move
at that
to
thing since I wrote it for you.
you can move up to the right to get a triple flank, I think.
Yes. There you go. Nope.
There.
Okay. Begin the bappening then. Of a 19.
19 just hits.
Okay. It is going to take 6 piercing, 2 bludgeoning, and 1 poison.
Okay, total 9. Not bad.
And then I take my second swing.
Yeah.
25
Okay.
for 12 piercing.
Yeah, not bad at all. This is a good tune-up. Get everyone back into the rhythm.
I just take my war pick and I start trying to dig underneath its plating.
Yeah, as you just start hacking and chipping some off, like it is flying. Like, you ever just take a tire iron to a window?
Not typically.
No, but I kind of
sound-
want to now.
Yeah.
Great rooms.
Careful with those. Associating your anger with violence is actually a bad thing.
Yeah.
To a point.
Yes, as you're chipping stuff off, the debris is flying. You wish you wore safety glasses. That your turn, sir?
Yes.
Flora, any chance we can get a cold snap out of you?
Another
Get him again!
I swear.
one.
That's okay. It's okay, Flora. I have hit points.
Right on the
Sick.
boulette. Hit everyone, you included.
Two
I
of
speak-
us have
I
hit
s-
points.
I say nothing for anyone else.
You have 2
Yeah,
guaranteed
no,
survivors.
I will say, I've run the numbers. You can't kill these people.
Well,
Yeah, so we're gonna back up.
Yay.
Where were you? Were you here?
she's learned.
I was here.
Okay,
Just
okay.
fine.
Making sure I'm not wasting opportunity attacks if they happen. Okay.
We're getting out of the way a little bit, and then let's go true to our nature. We'll just start with a ray of frost and see what that does. For 14.
That is an unfortunate roll of advantage.
Yeah, and because
Tell me yelled at it.
Yep. Ah.
Yes, unfortunately. As you hold out your hand for a blast of cold energy, it actually hits here, almost winging place in the hip.
Hmm. Well, like true to her nature. I'll hit
about
it one
that,
out of like 8 times.
I thought
We can get-
I thought it was about.
Speaking of place, there's a cold spot next to you now.
I thought it was more about freezing allies than anything. All right, well, I'm gonna pull out the poison whip. Why not? Because that seems like a better chance than the fire stick.
What about righty and lefty?
That comes later.
Alright.
Come this, and let me see.
That's a good hit.
Yeah, it's a
Which-
25.
Part of me thinks that you shouldn't get to offhand with a whip, only because...
Oh,
not
I
'cause you're
can't.
not because you're holding anything else, but because the sheer concentration you need not to cut your own ear off when using one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whips are scary.
Whips are the first thing that ever broke the sound barrier.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I can't seem to find the feature for whipped, AJ. Did you remove it so when we were
I didn't do
reworking
shit.
it?
I didn't
Weird.
do shit.
Was
I'm
that
trying
Moving
to-
on.
for restraint?
Yes, I'm trying to remember if it can target a large creature, if it gives advantage to the large creature, but I can't seem to find it.
Let's address that later then. Play this.
Well, just
straight.
that later then. We're gonna go with the
Yeah.
once per turn thing though, for you, just to be safe. 'Cause I
Yes.
know we talked about that. So yeah, 1 strength save, please.
Actually, oh, I thought you were just gonna skip it and move on. If it's actually gonna come up, no assumptions.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind then. I will skip it just for the sake of
Yes.
this fight. So for damage.
As square across it right into the bits that Yordrick peeled off,
All right, since I'm not
and it
staying
just
with it.
shrieks.
All right, and we'll go one more. 21
Whapa!
for a total of 12.
24 damage.
And then bonus action, we're going to spend 2 points,
Whatcha?
or we're going to spend 1 point to do 2 unarmed strikes. So here comes the righty and lefty, AJ. Although
Yeah.
it's mostly just lefty, I guess, at this point.
I would say that at this point it's
Yeah.
like a mix.
21
Yep.
for 4,
Yeah, that'd do it.
and 13.
No,
Yep.
you have
Well,
advantage.
No.
Plus
It said
Oh.
no 25. That's what I said. No, no,
25.
25.
25. Okay, never mind. Well, it's like 29 or some crazy shit now. For a total
If
of
you're
5 again.
If you're going that high over, I'm not counting.
Fair enough. So an extra 5 bludgeoning on that.
Yep. As you just basically take your fight and you just sweet chin music this thing. Big ol' axe kick.
Quick reaction to big random threat appearing from the ground.
Yes.
Whip, whip, bang, bang.
Tell me any last words before it jumps on you.
No, no.
You can jump 30 feet.
Do not. How messed up it looks.
I would call it bloodied or less. HP is not a great number to divide.
Okay.
I gave it 1,000 HP.
Cool. Cool.
We're gonna be here a while.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this, I think. Bonus action to take the extra explosive out so it doesn't do an AoE bomb.
Good.
Hello.
I can
Yeah, I
have it jump
appreciate
on
that.
Flora.
And then I put 3 Regent dice in it because Scrap is a spiteful little shit.
Okay.
And as part of the use object action where I'm doing that, I'm going to make this an
Love that you're
impact
spending-
bomb, so it's force damage.
I love that you're spending these now. Please go on.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be out here multiple days, so
Maybe?
maybe.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
is our plan, but everyone has a plan until shit happens.
Until a shark comes out of the ground.
Yeah.
As they say, man plan.
This is gonna be a
last.
16.
Miss.
Boo.
Oh, yeah, because this thing's gone. Yeah, unfortunately, as you...
Wait, can I use my inspiration?
Yeah, you can use it whatever the hell you want.
Inspiration.
I allow the reroll to be like after you know you failed.
It's not.
Yes, unfortunately, it tinks off like that crown piece and lands right into Yordrick's open hand. Micah, there's a bomb in your hand.
What do?
Just swing. Just I'm swinging back with the war pick, and suddenly there's a in my hand. What's this? I just look. How do you describe your bombs looking, Toma?
Oh, I can't jump on them now.
They're kind of like a clay pot covered with a fabric to keep everything in, and it's sort of meant to smash upon impact.
As an Assassin's Creed Revelation bomb, I got it.
Yeah, no fuse, no fire.
Yeah, they're basically meant to smash and then violently mix.
So, AJ, I have a question.
Okay.
I understand this is more of a joke that I have this in my hand, but do I actually have it in my hand?
No.
Darn
Micah,
it.
you can't use it anyway.
I was just gonna chuck it in his mouth on my turn.
He would have swallowed it, nothing would have happened.
Okay, then for the funny, it bounces off, lands in my hand. What's this? Looks at my hand. Interesting. Just throw it over my shoulder, and then there's just a giant explosion.
Yeah, you showed over here. Boom. You're the one who knocks this tree down.
Anyways, rear back for another swing.
Anyways, let's see. Do I want to be really funny about this?
That'd be pretty funny.
Standing, it can jump 30 feet. And it has an action if it jumps on you.
Ah.
Oh no.
Could hit
I
both yours
so could.
Yeah, no, Kat, there's a reason I ran further away.
I want to. This thing's inconsequential. Everyone get their freebie because Cat's exactly 30 feet. Less than 30 feet.
What's happening?
Bonk!
Oh god.
23.
Fine.
23.
Yep.
Eh.
8.
Natural? Oh.
You
No,
don't have advantage
we don't
anymore.
have advantage anymore, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because scrap.
For 9 fire.
Okay,
Ooh,
9 reduced
low
by...
roll.
8.
Okay, that to that. Okay. Let me just do a little bit of easy subtraction.
Quick maths.
Just because while you're actually no, it was just 2 that you hit. So while you're doing that, I want to see how much damage this bomb would have done.
Yeah, you roll it for fun, because this will canonically have knocked this tree over.
Yeah.
So, this happens, Cat. Strength save.
Well,
As it just
Or
rockets
dexterity.
out.
Strength or dexterity.
Yeah, or dexterity.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Flora's
Oh.
getting dragged under the
No,
ground.
no, she gets to redo it.
Damn it.
Ha!
Well, Flora's
So,
getting dragged under the ground.
66 plus 8 damage. Advantage, 70 20s.
70 20s.
Yeah, 70. Like 720.
Oh.
No, it's 70 20 be 7,020.
Yeah. Okay, I found the
31! As it crushes you, you are now knocked prone. And in the bushes.
That's a big chunk of damage.
Ow.
Yeah, no, I
As it lands on the floor, you all hear.
I don't think people are just as aware of how scary bullets are as they should be.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm well aware.
Oh, yeah.
Off game. It's just in game. Not as much.
And now, as it is at the right HP threshold, I'm gonna see if you guys drive it off. Who wants to roll a free intimidation? I will allow strength-based.
I mean,
I'm over here cowering behind a rock. I ain't
Say
intimidating
let
nothing.
Alias do it.
Peleus or Dahlia, I feel like at this point, one
I
of the
mean,
two.
Dolly's plenty pissed that it just smashed.
Yeah, I can
Flora.
monkey mode it. Dahlia's got weird fucking Archangel Gabriel with the flaming sword over here. Like, you know.
I still wish you would use my angel OC that I made up in college.
Ollie
His name-
out here ready to smite the non-believers. Bullet over here. Let me smash.
No, because you do it. I just rolled.
Alright. Alright, sure.
I flip yield quarter.
Alright, sure. Whipping around, going full monkey mode. Yeah! 11.
Okay.
Is that with
That's with the
strength,
plus
though?
7.
And it's gone!
Oh my god, okay.
It used 40-foot burrow speed.
My strength is only 1 better than my charisma, actually.
Did it not use its movement whenever it jumped?
No, that was the
It
bonus
has an-
action.
Yeah.
No,
Or an action.
it didn't have to use any. It just has a jump of 30.
Monsters are really weird with their movement because they usually have abilities that just give them extra movement on top of their movement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can just jump 30. I'm gonna let you guys check on the floor while I change the music over after her leg has been snapped.
Anytime you have an action that gives you a thing that goes a certain distance, usually it adds onto your movement speed. It's when you do a jump as part of your normal movement that it's considered your movement.
Okay, holy hells, Flora, you alright?
Cat, it's also ripped your pants.
That. She's just like coughing up blood.
Oh,
Alright,
Soup
alright.
will not be happy about that.
Stand still.
The suit pants.
Dolly will gently put her hand on a leg and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Let's
I
have
imagine
Mom.
healing like that just hurts
For
because it's
18.
Yeah, Cat, by the way, all this healing hurts like hell.
Magical
Because
super
the flesh forcibly stitches back, the bones snap back into place.
Oh god, she like brings up her arm and just bites onto the
It
cuff
is
of
one
her
of
jacket.
those.
Sorry.
The grossest medicines are the best medicines.
Sorry.
Alright, you should be more careful. More fights like that and you're gonna end up as short as I am.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
step aside
thanks.
to let her throw something at him if she wants.
At one point, Scrap, you will end up pocket-sized if that's the logic you want to use. Dahlia
Hey,
will be able
he
to
got hit
defend
for
the
2/3 of his HP in the first round. I don't want to hear.
Strap, do you want any healing?
Yes, please.
She'll go over. She'll,
See, Scrap got to roll his. I'm gonna see if that bullet actually did hit Peleus. Oh, it would have done 38 to Selkis!
Oh, that would've been
Strap
so
heal
good.
for 14.
Yeah, by the way, Scrap, same thing. You had gashes and a broken hip bone.
And he's on
When
the
he
ground.
like scurried
Yeah,
away off behind that
more
rocket, and then the adrenaline wore out, and he went,
Yep.
"Ah!"
Now heal Yordrik, who's not
Alright.
done anything.
I'm fine.
We're alive though.
How's your emotions, though? Mike?
Yeah.
You're pretty stable.
I would ask if you'd like another one, but it will probably hurt a bit more again.
For the roleplay
Or-
flavor, the less it has to heal, the less it hurts.
Or, how about, Yordrik plays, you want to set up camp while I get some food made, and we'll just rest here for a little bit.
I say, if I'm gonna give this a time, I'm gonna call this about like 2 p.m. according to the orb. So this is a good time for lunch.
That sounds like a good idea, Dahlia.
Okay. Maybe we don't set up tents or anything, but if you guys could just, like, drag over a log, I mean,
I
You
look
blew
just
one up.
Scrap just made a fresh one.
Yeah, Yordrik blew one up.
I look over to Scrap. You still have that marble?
I gave that to you.
You look down and
did.
suddenly
You did.
it's on a
Okay.
chain around your neck.
Mm-hmm. Yodrik's beneath you.
Okay.
Everything's beneath Yordrick.
He's not that tall, though.
He is the Underminer.
I am the mountain. Anyway,
Yodrick's literally right under your nose.
I take it and I just sort of take a seat as I put it down on the ground.
As poof, the chair is no longer in the marble and outside is now a very nice rocking chair.
I just sort of help Dahlia sit down in it. Flora, not
Thank you.
Milady.
no.
Give Dahlia a piece.
I think Flora could use this more. Or scrap.
No, I
She
Flora
gets
give
up.
me the chair.
He helps
gonna
Dolly in the
get out
rocking chair. Everyone sits in front of it. Tell us the story.
Dolly just turns a players. That was weird, right?
What,
Like
Yodrick
you're
picking
paying
you up
for your
from
table
chair?
at a Cracker Barrel.
I know I'm small and I got hurt last time, but I am not that fragile.
Dolly in the high chair.
I didn't even get hit.
Just
Would
gonna.
you like
No,
to?
you mean Yodrick go-
Smack.
It could come back around for a second time.
Thank you,
Man,
Roderick.
I'm
I
gonna
appreciate that.
get a better roll out for scrap so I can just like lay.
I
something
could just
soft.
have it come back right there.
Hey Blaze, you want that 38 damage?
Its mouth just opens up underneath you like a bear trap.
Literally just tremors.
Just Dahlia looks at him. Woo, not me.
I love that I have Garchomp.
AJ, it's just Jeff's ultimate from the Marvel Rivals game.
Yeah.
If a bullet tries to eat Scrap, there's just a earth-shaking explosion followed by a crater where Scrap is just in the crater surrounded by gore.
Just
The
yamcha posed in the
earth-shattering
fucking crater.
kaboom!
Took
Dahlia.
Scrap down too, so it Yamcha'd him.
Yeah, no, it definitely Yamcha'd Scrap, but he killed the fucking thing.
All right.
Dahlia's gonna go make a meal.
I was gonna say we'll go get a little bit of wood, me and Yordrick together. And we'll
Would
come
you
back
guys
with
like
this
to
one thing.
forage this while other people rest?
Oh sure, why not?
Yeah, might be a good idea.
Maybe
Who
Yordrick
wants
can
it?
mention something about the bullet and it being fire and earth or something. Mr. Elemental Plane Man.
I mean, Dahlia got that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm with you, not with Dahlia right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Mr. Arrow playing man.
Yo, guess what Dahlia's gonna use?
Yo!
Yeah!
Yeah! It took 60 sessions, but we got it.
69 sessions. Oh, 67? Oh, wow, my count is off. I thought we were on 69.
No, we're not there yet.
Almost.
One day.
Scrap needs a bomb that does cold damage, Flora needs a spell that does lightning damage, and Peleus needs an attack that does acid damage.
Get that for Peleus. Peleus, I will give you the acid artifact.
Yo!
I put no, you don't want to. I
You
put
don't want it.
I put Erebus in a dagger.
Oh no.
Well,
He will Horus you.
Wait, is that why my
uh,
Emerald Enclave does poison damage?
No.
Not the poop knife, AJ.
Let's say as Dahlia's like getting stuff around to cook, she's just gonna look over to Flora and Strap and goes, it didn't go well, but thank you two for doing what you do and trying to get away as fast as you could. I didn't know
That
we
thing
could do
shattered
that.
my hip.
Yes, it did. I
Yeah, I
did not know it could jump 30 feet in the air or 30 feet at distance.
15 feet in the air.
Would have tried to do something about that if known.
well, now we know.
Gonna write
So
that
this
one
is
down.
this is purely for role playing. I'd like you to roll a medicine check on these guys.
Oh god, they're dying.
No,
we're
this
all
ain't.
dying.
This
16.
will not get them. Yes, no. This is just how comfortable you're able to make them both.
16 is fairly comfortable.
Yeah, you're able. Given the wilderness, you are definitely doing better. Like you fully splint Flora's leg. Her ankle was bent the wrong way. And by that I mean the foot was almost the other way around.
It's no longer, right? Because of the heel.
No, yeah, you good. That's what it violently snapped back. But yes, you people are sore now.
And that wasn't even with the cult.
I knocked the tree over.
Okay, at best you helped. You're not
It's-
tree over.
It's weird though that it had a touch of the fire plane to it, or something similar.
Spicy bullet.
Spicy bullet. Wait.
Imagine
Okay, hang on. I have an idea.
Dahlia's meal, she makes like what she can for like cookies, and they're bullet shaped, so they can bite down now onto the bullet. Cookie.
Yeah, you get out your like stuff to make biscuits, which I learned where that word came from. It's actually interesting. It means twice baked, because you had bread.
No, that's Triscuit.
No, that's 3 times baked. Try. So you had bread, and then you'd bake it again to get the moisture out to get ship's biscuits or hardtack.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was actually very interesting.
So yeah, Dahlia. Will,
Yeah, that which is easy. You make these biscuits for these guys.
Yeah, she can make up to 3 of these, so she'll have one herself, and we all gain 3 temporary hit points.
Yep, you guys feel a little bit better about yourselves. And now, Micah, would you be foraging for meat, fish, or a vegetable?
Well, considering we're just taking a short break, I'm assuming we don't have time to clean and cook a bunch of meat, so I figured we would probably just be looking for any vegetables or berries or anything.
I don't know. You guys take as much time as you want. You're not on a clock. The hilarious part.
I'd say we probably wouldn't want to go too far, considering we know that thing is still out there, even if it's probably going off to lick its wounds.
Yeah.
And so I'd probably say, given that thing's around, probably not small game, or large game, or any kind of game. I feel like that thing's killed everything within like a mile radius.
The game.
No
Um,
Jenga.
I'd say we're probably going to be looking for any kind of fruits, nuts, berries, roots, that sort of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll survival advantage for Yordrick. Let's see if you can bear these grills.
Bear Grylls, 25.
Okay. So Micah,
I just pop up. Hey, look, I found a golden apple.
find a gopher.
Oh, no.
Put Sherman back.
Anyways.
Yeah, we want him to do the voice.
You actually find a wild apricot tree.
Which fruit is apricot?
It's like an apple, but not.
That is such a hard question to answer. It's the fucking apricot. What do you want?
It's the one the Pokeball things are based off
That's
of. like,
apricorns.
exactly, I said it's based off of.
Okay.
That's such a dumb question to ask.
The
Sorry.
Pokeball fruit.
I'm not
I don't
trying
know.
to shit on you, but that's hilariously. What's red?
Hard outer shell, I think, and like juicy insides. That's all it is.
No, that's
Okay. Okay.
no shame, but that was way too funny.
It looks a lot like a peach.
Okay. Anyways, we find an apricot tree in your.
You
Point at the
also
towers.
find a beehive.
Is that on the apricot tree or is it just
Yes.
on another? Oh no.
Like I said,
You're-
so
you-
These are not hornets or nothing.
Scales.
real quick, you remember when I said earlier that Dahlia I spy something yellow? That's what she was gonna.
Yeah,
I spy
that
something-
was canonically the apricots.
Oh.
Dahlia knew
Hey, look.
about them the whole time.
And didn't say shit.
She was making mental
She was
notes.
going
That
to
was
say something,
Yeah.
but
She was like,
Yeah,
"Oh." Then a shark happened.
Kind of got cut off
Dang,
there,
sure.
yeah.
Yes, and you are also able to find some taro roots.
What are taro roots?
It's a very starchy root. I know you can find them in like Polynesia.
Hmm.
They're similar to terror roots, but less fear-inducing.
Not taro. Oh, never mind.
These ones tell the
I
future.
was like, yeah, I know, that's the joke.
Hush. You know what? Hush. But
Alright, you'll-
so, which would you like to take from? You are not limited, but there will be a roll to harvest honey.
Do we want to
You
try
ordered-
to get any honey?
Yordrick, I forget, when you became the swamp monster, was that your own effect or was that scrap?
Oh, that was a potion Scrap gave me, and then I just sort of pulled in the muck.
I was gonna say, if you just want to hold me up against the tree, if I can get on your shoulders and then...
We can
Oh,
do
you
that.
can. You guys are tall. You could just reach the thing.
I'm
Oh,
not
okay, I
tall.
wasn't sure how tall it was.
No.
Wait, how tall is Yordrick? I thought you were like the biggest guy in the group.
No, I'm just
Oh.
wide.
How tall is Yordrick?
I am only 5'7".
It's my
Man,
size.
this is like discovering Dahlia's like 5'2" all over again.
Nah.
Oh no, she
Yordrick is
jumped
just,
again!
Yordrick is just very wide.
Also, apricot trees produce fruit when you can like just stand next to them and pick them.
Yeah,
so.
they're not a tall tree.
I am not lowering her height again. She's getting
Right.
too
We didn't
small.
ask you this time. We just stated the height.
I more
Okay.
made the gag that we do.
Yeah.
Question, AJ. Let me.
Yes, Micah.
No,
Just grab the hive, run with it, hoist it over your head from an angry cloud shaped like an arrow.
I'm gonna go start picking the things. While
Yeah,
he's doing
you
his
pick a
question.
bunch of apricots.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
do
pick some
Whichever
apricots.
one of
Yordrick
you
will.
has the highest AC, just go rip a chunk out of the hive. It's not that hard.
Grab the whole thing and carry it like a football.
Fucking spike it
he-
into the ground like you did a touchdown.
Micah, if you put it in the lamp, the bees won't go with it.
Wait, really?
Oh no.
I
What's
just
the
grab-
word?
I just
Objects
hold-
only?
What
I mean,
season
technically,
is it?
Summer.
Yeah, they'd probably live.
Technically, I can't take living things in with me, so I could just put my hand on the hive, and then there's just
It's
You
out
drop
in
it
the
in
there's
lamp.
a wad of
you-
beads in the floor.
Just
You drop
press.
all of the larvae onto the ground.
Yeah, all the larvae, all the bees, you just have all the good stuff.
I just walk up to someone, put my hand on their shoulder. You're naked in public. Go into the lamp and take all
Hey,
that.
nothing that is worn or carried.
Darn it. Anyways,
You're just being a menace over here. I'm just trying to pick some fucking fruit.
no.
You already just pat someone on the butt. Nice cock, homie. Let's see it.
Oh boy.
Anyways.
We were gone for
Anyways.
so long, we need these jokes.
Yes, you grab the apricots, I'll grab the roots, and then we'll just sort of discuss whether we want to try to get honey or not. We reconvene away from the tree.
Well, you
Could
also
do
have
the...
asked me to be
No, Micah,
in
I'm
this
serious. You could just touch it and take it.
Those
Now-
poor bees, though.
It is not being worn or carried.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but it-
true.
Oh my god.
Do we really
The
need?
whole hive. You could just take the whole hive, Yordrick.
Do we?
I will say, for the purposes of this, I'm too busy picking fruit because it's
Micah,
fun.
5 seconds. Yes or no? Say no, gone
No,
forever.
I'm not just gonna steal the hive from. all the
Okay,
bees.
Damn
done.
it.
Gone. Decisions made.
Say if you want.
I do
Mike-
have all those roots.
Micah,
pulled,
what's
though.
your AC?
17. I'm a turtle.
You could
Howard.
you could fight a
There's-
bunch of bees.
There's like a not even a 20% chance a bee could hit you.
You have a shell. You have.
Well,
a
it's
very
too
hard-
late now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
If
we got
they
a bunch
come
of
back,
roots and about a
Claes just has his shirt like pulled out with apricots, taking only what you need.
Someone made a bee on the D&D wiki, and their attack is +0 to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target hit, 1 poison damage, and the bee loses 1 hit point. How much hit points do you think they have? That's
One.
right, 1.
Did it?
Yes, like you know how like a kid would carry things like holding their shirt out as a makeshift basket.
Mhm.
Place just has that with fresh apricots, and Yordrick's covered in mud.
Okay, you found stuff.
Yep, found some food.
We did see a beehive, but it was best just to leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we could have had honey.
We also could have been chased back here with a swarm of bees.
And I
following.
could have told Apis on you, and it would have been funny.
Could have eaten the larva for protein. I rolled for that. Please no, you almost found guinea pig-sized termites.
Oh my
Im-
god.
Oh,
Imagine Yordrick having gone through with it and dropping all those bees on the ground, and then Scraps is like, so Yordrick stole an entire hive of bees at home.
Not my bees.
I thought it would have been really funny to be chased back here with a swarm of bees on our tail.
You guys just hear Yordrick. We gotta go.
Say
Hope y'all
Dahlia.
can walk. She gotta run.
Dahlia's gonna just go into her bag, grab some stuff, start cutting up the apricot.
With the apricots and taro roots, you could easily make a makeshift fruit tart.
All right, then yes, we'll do that.
Yeah, roll cook's tools.
I'd ask
Mikey,
you if you
you know-
wanted to help Flora, but I think you're better off there.
Mikey, you know what's hilarious?
Yeah.
What?
You could have put the hive
14.
in the lamp, put yourself in the lamp, and said, "Have fun, Palius."
I could have, yes. Because for me to take anything, I have to go in.
Yes. So you are able to make a very serviceable. It's a bit rough, but it is a survival fruit tart. Better than rations.
Nom.
It definitely could be a little sweeter though.
He's just chewing on it, and he's just like, could use some honey.
Looking at your tree.
Do you at least make eye contact when you say that?
Yeah, he does.
Yordrick's just looking at you without really saying anything. He's not bothered by the statement.
He doesn't even actually seem mad about it. He seems like he's trying to mess with you.
So we're just gonna pause while Burden's being right back.
Eh.
Selkus, what do you think of the acid dagger?
The acid dagger. I like the acid dagger, but what about my question in the
What
in the
question?
thing?
Oh,
If could the
Could the
bees
bee-
just crawl in through the hole?
No.
because they're so
they could be in the
small?
lamp itself, but not in the lamp dimension.
Aw. I really think it would be funny if I just left him there in the lamp and the swarm smelled its hive through there and started invading his lamp.
Yes. Unfortunately, living things cannot go in with him.
Not
Well,
till
yet.
level like 10, I think. I can't take anybody with me.
Oh yeah.
But at one point, I do get the ability where I can take people with me, and we can take a short rest within 10 minutes.
That thing you can do now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Well, I'm sorry. Wizards of the Coast is a flawed system.
Mm-hmm.
So wants to hear about some shit I got into on the Twitter.
What?
One I forgot to promote today like an idiot. I was too
Oh.
busy optimizing Stardew Valley.
Alex.
But like someone says, D&D doesn't really have much prestige, was their exact words. I'm like, how? It is the ubiquitous term for tabletop role-playing games. It is it's the Kleenex of that, where people say D&D instead of any other game.
Yeah, that's
It also has the majority of market share. So it's got money, it's got fame, it's got history. What else defines prestige to you? They said this isn't a conversation worth having.
So what you're
I.e.,
saying is you're backing out because you're losing.
yeah, i.e. you lose.
sounds like a coward.
Well, it's kind of like when people are also trying to say the One Piece is going to be Luffy's hat. No, it can't be. The line doesn't work.
Either stick with your argument, or don't start the argument.
Because
Like- The weird thing about One Piece is like every time I hear about it, I feel like the One Piece has to just be like the journey along the way, right? But that's
Can't be.
No.
Well,
the
it
thing.
can't
I'm
be
like,
because
"Ah."
Oda said it wouldn't be.
the author said that's dumb. No.
I mean, it would be dumb, but it almost like all the themes I see in it, like in the videos I've watched on it, because apparently you guys talking about it told the algorithm that I'm interested in it, so now I have to watch it because it keeps getting recommended to me.
Good boy.
Yeah, it keeps sounding like no, it just sounds like Roger's whole thing was no, it was just the journey all the way, because like he didn't take anything with him from the island, right?
Put things there because he was dying.
Yeah, and then he left.
He wasn't gonna make it. He left to go kill himself.
I am
Yeah,
back.
he left to go die
Okay.
and start off a new age of piracy.
We are
right? So
one
No,
less...
he was never gonna tell people about the treasure, but he got asked. He said, "Fuck it."
We now have one less door in this house.
what?
Okay.
Fight one?
No, the kids decided to lock themselves in the bathroom and would not let anyone in, and would not was wrecking the bathroom. So I
That's so
had
much-
to knock the door down and get them out.
Oh,
I
Talking about
say
more like the
this-
child their problems.
Yeah. No, well, I say this like, thank God it wasn't like they ate the door.
No.
Like nematodes.
ate the door?
Like nematodes, Micah.
I mean,
Hungry.
in theory, with the right tools, you could have just taken the hinges off and put it back on.
We're just taking
That
the
would have
doorknob
taken so much time. We don't have the tools, and by the time I would have been able to do that, they would have destroyed that bathroom. I mean, smashed everything.
I'm also
Bro,
worried about the hinges on the other side.
Who is watching the children?
Children.
Also, aren't most bathrooms supposed to have like a way to unlock them from the outside?
Yes, but this is,
Some of their locks
I want to
have,
point
like,
out this is a very old house
Yeah.
that does not have that.
some,
like-
some
House
of
is not
their locks
OSHA.
have like a little thing you can like poke in the middle to unlock them.
Yeah, it does not have that. It was an old door, and with like the only doorknob and lock thing is on the inside, not the out.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Now that
was
door's
a
not there
hell
to be a
reason we called
problem.
away from D&D.
To D&D before I make a joke.
I am back.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
we just started at a pause because things are just gonna keep progressing.
Good
Yep,
lord.
yep.
Okay, so Micah, why don't you roll me a survival to get yourselves back on track? By the way, that was a short rest if the two injured.
If you roll a hit die, add a D8 to it, because that's what the chef thing does.
Plus Song of Rest, you're a bard.
And Song of Rest, so I think it's 2D8s.
Well,
Check.
the Song of Rest, you roll whatever the dice
Yeah.
is, and then we just add it.
Hang on, let me see.
I like having all my things back after short rest. It's a nice feeling.
Because
Right,
I have
Mika?
advantage is 20.
Getting all of our stings back on a short rest, right?
Isn't it great,
Oh,
Micah
yeah,
and Selkus?
Pretty
Yeah.
great. Gotta admit.
Just real useful.
So if
Even though
anyone
I didn't lose any
uses
health.
if anyone uses a hit point die to heal, add a D8 and then add a D6 to it.
Both our injured parties, that is very good. I hope.
Can Toma get all the way up? He's close.
Roll a D6.
Bless you.
I
Dahlia,
only need one, so.
he got it. Cat?
Yikes.
Well, you
Yeah,
still
it's
got
fine.
the
You-
D8 and
remember,
the
Kat,
D6.
You can spend as many as you'd like, too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
You only
9.
get the D8 and the D6 once, though.
That is true.
Yes.
Yep.
But see how little you need to use.
11, 16. You should just be fine now.
Play with a
Yep.
DM who insists that you have to call the amount of hit dice that you use on a short rest.
That's
before you
soft
start
as
to
shit.
use them. I know. I told him that.
Dahlia's not a healer, but
Please
she's
tell
a
me you
good,
verbatim said soft.
she's a good makeshift
I-
healer.
I didn't know the term soft at the time, but I
Oh.
effectively said as much. Like that is just annoying. It's just a dick move.
Dahlia is not a doctor. She's a medic.
Yeah.
She'll get you up, but go see a doctor. All right,
Well.
so Micah, you got a 20 to navigate.
Yes. So I got us back in track, hopefully.
Yeah, you've made a lot. You made a very good time, despite taking the hour. Broden, you're fine. And you do come across that area that you were told about, a ruined fort. You can't see much from where you are, because I'm just gonna say you're not at a point where they'd be able to it's them. Or else, no, that'd be stupid of me.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, that'd be real dumb. So I'm just gonna say you see a vague shape, but it is a little smelly.
Okay. What's the sort of terrain? Is there any sort of nearby high ground, hills?
Nope, open plain.
Open plain. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very defensible.
Mm-hmm. Open plain with
Bottom
no
of a-
tree cover. It's a complete clearing around the whole fort.
Sparse tree cover, but like
Not.
none that would really matter. Like I said, given the fact that you would put a fort here, you wouldn't want tree cover because you'd want to be able to see.
Yeah, nothing
Like
that would
all
hide
around
our
you?
approach, though.
Not really, no.
Gotcha.
Unless
Okay.
you had a groundhog man that could dig.
If only. If only
If
we had some
only you
got
burrow
a-
speed.
Oh, man.
Ghillie cloak.
So
If only you
we
had
come
the
to an
definition of a fence sitter.
abandoned fort, you said?
Yes. You can't see much details because spyglass. You can see.
Oh,
because of
okay, so
spyglass.
we're a distance
Yeah.
away.
Yes, they are not. It's not the point where you're detectable. I'm not going to be that guy.
Okay.
Can
That'd
we
be
roll
dumb
a
as hell.
perception or something to look for any sort of paths leading up to it, or any kind of anything that looks like people have been using it
I'll
recently?
allow it. Scrap, you handle the spyglass, and you're not going to get advantage because spyglass is just what lets you try in the first place.
That's better than not.
I mean, Mike, if you got closer, you run risk of detection.
That makes sense. So, who wants to roll the perception? Because we can just pass the spyglass off.
I will say you guys are in tree cover, so as long as you don't light a fire, you could camp here.
I would also say that we're probably wearing our green cloaks.
Yeah. Oh, that was assumed.
Yeah.
That is why I'm not saying like, okay, roll stealth. No, you're far enough away. You're wearing the outfits. You're good.
Dahlia will say to the group though, if they want to do scout like here with the spyglass, she's gonna go a little bit further into the woods to see if she can find a further away camping spot. In case they want to light a fire or just a place to like set up a base.
Good job.
I think that's fine. Be careful if anyone spots you. Just pretend like we're any other bandits trying to do our jobs or something.
Someone spots you, just try to mug them.
That as well. If you can kill them, kill them. If not, then lie.
We'll see.
Find lost children. Well, he said kill them.
Oh no, we're on the lost children arc.
God, it took me a minute to remember that was Berserk.
I hope not.
No, because of what those fake fairies are doing. No.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. God, I hope not.
Sorry.
Anyways, Yordrick, it sounds like you're gonna be using the spyglass, right?
Well, you said you do it. You're doing it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she will give bardic inspiration to whoever's doing that before she leaves.
Okay. Yeah. And it's D8, right?
Yep, at advantage.
Advantage, because Creation Bard's pretty great.
18 in total.
Good job.
Thank you, Bardic.
And Dahlia, did you want to roll survival to find a campsite?
Yep. 13, not bad.
Okay, so that is a partial success. So you are able to find a place. It may take a bit of doing, but it's safer. You just lose a lot of your view. Essentially, thicker tree cover.
So she's not looking for anything to spy from. It's more way enough to set up an actual camp that's not seen.
Basically, you'd be safer, but anything that goes on there, you would have no idea.
Okay.
And, Selkis, I'm gonna text you what you see. So, Scrap, Vamp.
So, guys, did you know that in terms... No, I can't do that with a straight face.
You about to say this.
Were you gonna make the B-movie script? Were you... I hate that.
Are you about to do the Eevee thing?
You guys don't know because I stopped early, but I was probably gonna be the bee thing because of the bees earlier.
Fucking knew it. I hate that I know the B-movie script for the first couple lines. I hate it so much.
But it does have something to say for Micah's thought process that he thought it was the other thing.
Perfect out of them.
So, how long do you think it's going to take before we actually see something worth knowing here?
Well, not too long, actually.
Do you see
Definitely
the lodge?
occupied. I'm not entirely sure. They're not exactly in uniform or anything like that, but there's at least a few figures at every single corner likely keeping watch. And there is some sort of structure inside of it with a top roof on top of it.
The person you interrogated mentioned there being smelly people, the hired hands, and then a person at the center of it all who was doing all the payment and whatnot.
Likely a leader, something produced by dark magics, and your standard bandits. More than likely they'll be going throughout the day. Can't exactly say anything else from here. All I can do is tell you that it's definitely occupied. So, at least that much of the information is good.
I wonder if my brother's over there.
Why would your brother
say-
be over there?
You guys ever smell a tire fire from from a mile or two away?
No.
Not a tire fire, but I've smelled certain types of fire that I'd rather not.
Yes, burnt rubber smell.
Well, just faint
Ruh-roh.
smells of Smells like Mortarion was here.
Oh, that's really bad. God, this is going to suck.
Well, he was there a year or so ago, I should say.
Oh no.
It's not presently smelly, but do you smell? What is that? It's one of those.
Brother, what
Brother,
is that?
Brother,
And it's about that time when we wonder if Flora had anything to say.
I had to
Oh,
step
I've
out.
confirmed. I've
I had to
confirmed there's
step out for-
people.
Okay.
Did your child also lock themselves in the bathroom and have to have the door destroyed?
No.
She
I-
just take a 12 gauge to the hinges.
I do.
Oh.
I really don't want to talk about that. I do regret
That's fine.
having to do that in general
Yeah,
at all.
let's just.
Play with bubbles.
Flora, what do you have to say to add to this? We finished scouting. I don't know when you left, but police looked through the glass. Thanks to Bardic, we actually noticed that the fort is definitely occupied. There's a faint scent of burning rubber in the distance.
Bitch, my bubbles. The thing that takes it out of the tube keeps snapping on me.
You mean the wand?
Well, yeah, but it's like the top of the wand.
That's all we can gather from our current distance.
Well, that's all I can tell right now. I'm not seeing anyone coming and going just yet. But we definitely know it's under watch and that it's occupied, so looks like the information was at least partially right.
Well, we have a couple of days. And if we need more time, Dahlia can always send a message. I say we sit here for another day or so and keep an eye on the place. See
Just
what
going
the...
Are we just
Well,
going to take shifts watching it?
I believe we should. I think we should take dual shifts.
Buddy, comma, system.
And we should just make note of any movement that we see within or around the base, particularly if they have any type of guard rotations. What kind of fort is it, AJ? Is it like full-on castle, ruined castle fort?
Tower. Ruins.
Tower ruins. Are there any like walls around the tower?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, not around it. Sorry, the tower itself. There's no tower structure anymore. It's gone. But the base walls covering all sides still there.
Are we fully landlocked, or are we near the coast somewhere?
You are fully landlocked. Illyria is a landlocked state.
Mm.
The closest you got is that lake and some rivers.
That's still a coastline.
Is it?
Kind of. Semantics, though.
Yeah, poor K. There's no river close. So, why do you ask?
No, just needed to know whether or not they've got a side with water on it or not, for purposes
said-
of maybe sneaking in later.
Nope, this is completely just in the middle of a field.
Luckily, if we have a good vantage point, we can keep watch. We'll just keep a distance. Anything like a cart or a large group of people should be easy enough to note.
They mentioned the person doing the money was a large individual who just stayed in the camp. If I had to guess, he may be in that roof structure. We may want to get an eye of what they're like.
I can take a couple of guesses. Probably large, blessed by their lord. Probably some sort of magic.
He did say this guy is fat.
Are you saying they'd appear like a pig then?
Well, it's possible. Some people who are blessed by their patrons can take on an appearance similar, but...
You
If
just
nature
look
was
at
given a-
Yordrick and kind of look at the glints on him.
Looks at monkey mode Pallius.
Oh.
Although it's entirely possible that he's simply just large, given that his method of worship is gluttony.
Don't like that name I just saw.
Are we actually planning on doing anything here, or are we just gathering information on them heading back and coming back for more people?
I think that might depend
Ideally-
on what information we gather.
Ideally, if we can confirm, I think our goals for this should be confirm it's actually a station of the cult somehow. If we can sneak in closer at night, that might be worth something. Otherwise, we'll want to see where that tribute card is going.
And then a Dahlia happened. Dahlia, you may sneak up on one of these schmoes.
Trying to keep a stealth and not want any of them to freak out. She's not gonna sneak up on any of them.
No.
You sneak up on someone and they just yell out and it echoes across the trees. What was that? A space duck.
Okay,
Yeah, most of bad number.
I'm back.
Okay.
Got a good
How'd
place.
it go?
Good. Got a good place for us to set up camp.
Good. We've confirmed that we weren't completely lied to. The fort's occupied.
Okay, it's good.
Don't exactly know for sure, although the stench is... well, it's bad enough from here. Sure you can tell.
Yeah.
Make it a gag, just it's nagging.
It's got a real ode to burned rubber.
Yeah, I can't smell that back where I set up camp, thank God.
Yes, Dahlia
that's
did
good.
not camp in Stinky Zone.
We're thinking about setting up dual shifts. Our current goals are simply to establish that this is actually a base of the cult, and if we can find where that tribute cart is when it comes in and where it's going, I think that'd be a good...
So do we not want to assault then? Do we just want to...
Probably not. We don't know enough about how they're operating in the city yet, and we don't really have any other leads, so I'd rather not lose the only one I can think of right now.
So then, I guess when the cart comes and when the cart leaves, we follow the cart. Leave them to this.
Ideally. If we want to try something to actually either infiltrate the camp or get a closer look at night, that might also work.
Well,
Assuming we want to actually verify the cult is, well,
We're
present. This
gonna
isn't
wanna
just
be-
another bandit group.
we're gonna want to be careful. From what I can tell, the two gentlemen that were accompanying the wizard guy, they could even see me when I was invisible. So, or even if I'm misremembering that, we need to assume they can anyways.
They might be able to see you, just don't be seen.
Yeah, that's easier said than done.
If we don't see the cart come within a couple days, it might be a good idea to actually try to ambush them in the camp. Ideally at night, or a small group so it shouldn't be hard to organize. If we attack them when they least expect it, then we'll have the element of surprise, and at the very least, if we don't deal with all of them, we can hopefully find some extra information in the camp.
True. Strap and Yordrick. Do you think you two could maybe go into the woods and see if you can find anything that might be poisonous?
Possibly.
They have to be getting their water from somewhere. And while I don't
So
want
you
to poison a river, I want to be able to see if we can just slip any into their buckets.
Oh,
I mean, are you looking for, like, gonna kill a bunch of people poisonous, or just make them sick poisonous? Because most of those people are just bandits trying to make do.
I'd
Well, I
rather
mean, if
it
it's going to be
be...
diluted across multiple people through water, it's not... Most plants would not kill people.
I'm thinking more sick to my stomach. I'd rather not be in a fight if I had to be.
Essentially saying something that maybe could give the
Something
camp
that maybe
the poison
doesn't kill
condition.
and does damage reduce.
Yeah.
Something I should probably mention, they do have an old well there. I can't tell if they're getting water out of it, but it's possible that they're...
Well, that's a good
oh,
thing to...
poison the water hole.
Good thing to keep track of.
Another thing to potentially attempt with the camp if we can infiltrate it ahead of time. Sabotage them before the raid. Soften them up a little.
Hit him where... Hit him in the soft spots. Weaken him up a bit.
I
Flo,
forget,
you're a
was the
soldier.
venom tear poison actually deal the poison condition, or is it just damage?
Raw damage. It's like it's young green dragon breath.
Okay.
Sorry, green dragon wormling breath.
Flo, you can confirm this. Have you ever had to make a soldier fight with a stomachache before?
Have you ever been a soldier fighting on a stomachache?
Have you ever had a stomach?
Just imagine to yourself, you're at home, you have sweat beating down your face, you don't want to get up, you feel exhausted constantly, and you have to shit like every 5 minutes. Try to fight like that. Tell me how it goes.
I think it's a plan potentially worth pursuing, especially if they're gluttony, then they're likely going to be consuming a lot of water and food.
I don't think it'd affect any of main cultists. They'll probably be protected from stuff like that, but simple banditry, if we can get them with that, wouldn't be awful.
It likely will still impact the cultists.
We'll
Simply
see.
worshipping a demon doesn't exactly make you immune to poison.
Yes, we're not doing Nurgle cult selfies. I am stealing a name of one of his guys, though.
Did you guys know that it's a myth that if you consume poisons, you'll build up an immunity to them?
It's a myth.
Hmm?
To change my plans, if that's a myth. Not for the game, I mean for real life.
I was gonna say, I don't
It is a myth. No, because all it does is weaken your immune system.
I now have to cancel an Amazon order.
There are a few kinds of substances that you can build up a resistance to, but with like an actual poison, no. It'll just weaken you.
Yeah.
There are some things, it depends. But
If it's like a really like weak poison and you take it very small bits, then maybe your immune system could recognize it as bad and get rid of it, but other than that...
I also want to point out, it wouldn't stop you from going under the effects of it, it just may mean you recover a little bit quicker from it.
Yeah.
Either way.
regardless, poisoning even the cultists would probably work. Unless anyone's like me in there, then, well, poison's going to work.
Let me check.
What if we get a whole lot of poisonous bugs from the forest and we put them in a jar?
What if we just like throw a bunch of beehives on them?
Where could we get one of those?
If only we had a... Well, I wouldn't have the bees in it.
I wouldn't have the bees.
Hey,
Feasibly,
the
we
hive,
could
not the
find
bees.
poisonous insects and...
Quick, Yordrick, go back a few hours and grab the hive and the bees.
Let me just use my 27th level ability to rewind time.
Steven, rewind time.
Turn back the rotation of the planet to turn
You
back
know,
time.
You know,
Go
just
ahead,
fly
Mike.
around the Earth a couple times, reverse
Yeah,
the time.
Micah, Superman won.
All right. Well,
See?
Flora, what are you thinking? You are the tactician / actual military experience here.
Well, first step is observation.
Agreed.
We need to see what their schedules are like. Oftentimes, there'll be less guards at night. And anything we can do to weaken them if we plan on taking them on in this position is worth consideration, because frankly, with where they're at right now, we'd be idiots to try to take them head on.
Yeah, they're pretty fortified.
I mean, from the sound of what's been said, it sounds like we just want to figure out where their actual base is. This is sort of just a place the cult might be using as a point to work from, and getting rid of it's just going to mean that we can't find the people that are actually in charge.
Yes. Our main goal is to see where they're truly operating from, if we can gather any information regarding that here, and taking notes for any potential raid that we might do in the future.
True. All right. Well, do you guys want to see where I set up camp?
You set it up all by yourself already?
I'm very efficient.
They doubt your magical power.
Strap, I set up an
Proceed,
entire house in half a day.
That's true. She can make a house with clap clap.
I was going to say, can't she just summon a house out of nowhere for 8 hours or so?
She didn't say she set up her magic house. She said she set up a camp.
I can say, she did not say she set up her magic house.
Catapult to fling the magic house.
No, we're not flinging the magic house.
Why not, Micah? It's stronger than you.
Sorry, do you
Hey.
want to see it? Because I don't think you're going to find it without me.
Yes, we should
Yeah.
go and look at it.
Okay.
She'll lead the route back. And yeah, it's pretty well hidden.
So you guys get there, and you eventually, as you're walking through the forest, you just see Dahlia walk through some bushes. You look back, you look away. You can't tell where she actually went in anymore.
She Homer Simpson.
Kinda, but stealthier.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Like where you guys don't know where the camp is. She's just gone.
Oh yeah, where'd you go?
Crab tries to walk through the bushes.
You walk through the
Constitution
bushes.
saving throw, Scrap.
See if you get anything in your mouth.
16.
That was for nothing anyway. That was just a bluff. Yes, you walk into the bushes, and there you go. Ta-da.
There's a
Oh,
rather
knows-
well cleared out area.
Who knows what a Swedish fire log is?
A Swedish fire log?
That one's a cool one. Yeah, they like burn the log from the
Yeah, the
inside.
log is burned inside. You split it, you stuff it full of kindling, and you light it. Dahlia made a Swedish fire log.
There's Swedish fire.
Ooh.
There's a Swedish fire log. There's quite a bit of space. You see
So much
her
room for
bedroll
activities.
on the ground. No tent set up, obviously, because we may need to just move quickly.
If you have to get up and go.
Yeah.
Tents is expensive.
It's really well hidden. To give you an idea, she rolled a 20 for stealth on this thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I said you can roll wisdom stealth or dex stealth. But yeah,
Like
no,
the
it
roll
is.
for charisma stealth.
You can do that.
Oh.
It's you have such minimal presence about you. You can basically sit in a crowd unnoticed, like a
It's
nerd.
It's one of the few things in 5th edition where you want to roll as low as possible.
That would literally be an inverse roll. How little of an impact can you make? Can you truly be an NPC?
And you just become background noise.
I
as a
think that's
person.
just a performance roll.
Yeah. low
Stealth
per-
based, kind of, but stealth based, charisma based stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you are there, and who's gonna sit on on that other hill and watch the Stinky Boys?
All right, we
I mean,
want
we're
to do
gonna
this in
be-
groups.
Yeah.
Thinking dual
Yep.
watches.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to survey them. What, 24 hours a day?
Effectively, yes.
Flora, you're the one who gets the least amount of sleep or needs the least amount of sleep. You may have to double up with someone for watch.
I can do that.
All right.
I can take
Cover as well, so if I have to go with Flora, that'll be fine.
It
early
also
morning to midday would make sense for me.
seems about right. Say none of us have any issues seeing in the dark.
Anymore.
Does anyone see really well in the dark? Like really, really well?
Scrap, or did they get rid of that?
Scrap is not one of the kobolds that can do that.
Oh yeah, that they got that in exchange for sunlight sensitivity, and that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Micah?
I know.
Devil's
Yordrick
Sight specifically says I can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120.
I mean, yeah, then you're the
So-
Oh
best.
yeah, Micah.
Yeah.
You know, I hear my grandpa was super good at seeing in the dark, but he hated the sun.
Huh.
Thankfully, we've evolved.
We've adapted to our new location.
Hmm.
You know, it used to be if he got together with his buddies and truly believed.
Then how about I'll take the night shift with
What?
Yordrick. If
Whenever he'd go out and get drinks with his buddies, they were really obnoxious.
Palius, do you want to take a morning shift with Flora, and then Scrap can take an afternoon shift with Flora? Unless Flora, you want to take. Well, no, you'll have to go full 8 hours anyways, or no, 16 hours. Oh God. But you are trained for
Above
that.
him, I only need to sleep 4 hours, so yeah.
Yeah. No, it's kind of like you are trained for that though. So.
Mm-hmm.
She's just
Quite
built
literally,
different.
Probably.
Flora was in a scout regiment. This is her thing.
Well, people look out. Maybe we should have a group that does stuff like set up other traps around our area just in case, or go get food. While the other
Yeah.
group sleeps.
Whatever we're doing, we need to make sure to leave as little mark of us as possible, so they can't follow us back to this camp.
Agreed. Granted, if they find this, I will be impressed.
Best to not go too heavy on traps for them either. We don't want them knowing someone's hunting them.
I don't think we should set up any noticeable traps. Dolly will just pull out, from her bag, she'll pull out some strings and a bell.
Yep. Warning system for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bell.
Bell, yeah.
I heard belt. That's it.
Teach him a
Dolly's-
lesson.
Yes, Dahlia's just gonna come down that hill. Do I have to be a parent?
Just walks in, bashes someone with a belt, they fall to the ground unconscious. She goes, "Do I have your attention?" Good.
Who left? Who did not clean their room?
She just takes the belt and folds it in half and does that snapping
thing.
noise of.
She's got a belt in one hand, a sandal in the other, and we should take a break because we're at about 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Ooh, popcorn.
Okay, so the first watch group is the horny people.
Oh, is it daytime?
Well, I assumed we were just gonna skip over the nighttime unless you wanted to do watches at nighttime.
We
Yep.
said we were watching
mean,
them
yeah,
24 hours.
24
Oh,
hours.
I didn't know. I was gonna say watching them. Yeah, they. So who's the? Just don't give me times. Give me an order. Times is just gonna screw me up.
So it's gonna be from starting to the day to the end of the till night. Morning is Flora and Palius. Afternoon, Flora and Scrap. Night, Dolly and Yordrick.
So the first watches would be us going into this night
Yes.
of Dahlia and Yordrick.
Okay. So there will be no help action because it's looking through a spyglass.
Yeah.
One of you may roll perception.
You want me to?
You can attempt to move closer if you want to lower DCs, but then you are moving
Well,
closer.
My only argument would be that, like, well, he's looking, Dolly could give him ideas of stuff to look for.
Yeah, that's fine, but just I'm gonna say there's no help action for this.
Fair enough. She'll let you do it and give you Bardic.
You can still give him those ideas, and they'll actually help him like above game.
It's like,
You're welcome. It's all good.
I regret my decision.
What'd you do? Oh, you texted it to him.
I regret wanting to know what the joke is.
Okay, anyways.
Look, you must be punished.
One thing Yordrick would want to look for, and he would explain this to Dahlia, is just try to see if he can see whoever this large leader might be.
yeah, that's a great thing.
Yeah. Probably smart of you.
So I shall roll perception of 9...
14.
14.
Not bad.
So, Micah,
Yes.
you
AJ.
see a large group of ruffians funnel out. And they're having a non-distinct because distance, an indistinct conversation. You just hear a vague noise. You see them going back and forth.
Oh, okay.
No, you can
I'm not
see.
done. You can see them, but like you know how you can hear a party from far away?
But you can't make out what they're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sound gets too diluted.
Yeah.
So they're
Yes,
being
way
loud
too-
enough for me to hear something.
Yes, and as they stand around something on the outside, fire.
Like
What?
they burst into flames?
No.
Oh.
They shoot fire at
If
us.
that did happen, then I'm summoning a demon.
Okay.
No, they just lit a fire.
Oh,
Okay, they just make a fire. I thought you were meaning like,
A big
and
one.
they're on fire now.
No, again, if they're gonna sacrifice, I get to summon a demon.
Okay.
Oh,
I truly get to nurgle this.
I'm gonna punch a great unclean one. Let's go.
Holy shit!
No.
I think my credit score jumped by 2.
Focus, AJ.
I got an email. Hush.
Does it look like they're using the fire just like to cook food, or what is the fire being used for?
With a 14. No. You just simply see fire. I'll let Dahlia take a shot. Kind of that's the benefit I'm going to give you of there being 2 people. You can
Right.
each try.
I'll pass the spyglass to her. Well, it seems like a group of them have decided to light a fire out there.
Pass the booth.
Let me check something real quick, if you don't mind.
No, I do mind.
Dahlia smack his nuts. They're internal, so you're gonna have to go dig it.
Ugh.
Ugh.
You have to carve him like a turkey.
Use the Radiant Fist.
No.
Sunshine impact.
Gonna bring some light to a place where there is none.
Where the sun don't shine, eh?
Yeah,
Give
exactly.
me a minute.
All right, yeah, she'll just make a perception check.
Go on, Dahlia, get out there in New Hampshire, smash some motherfuckers.
19.
Why is that GM roll?
I don't know because I still had it on.
Alright.
19.
So
Woken up.
Dahlia, I'm willing to tell you what they are burning.
All right.
They're taking crates and they're burning the food.
With that, can she follow? Like, if Yordrick obviously said they came out of a place, right, or something.
Yeah, they came out of the fort that you've been seeing.
Could she look around to see if there's a cart?
Nope, there's not. I'm not saying you cannot. I'm saying there is not.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess we can only ask like for one thing a night.
Yes,
for
one
watch.
question a night. But I will, because it's a 19. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an extra because I'm not that kind of guy.
Okay.
You do see a very bulbous man on a palanquin pulled by pigs. And he's saying, and you cannot make out audio, but it's probably some hominas over the fire.
Dahlia is
If only
going
we had the
to.
feet to read lips.
Dahlia's
And may
going
the
to.
force be with you.
Dahlia's gonna pull out a piece of paper, and while she can see the man there, pretty much as a reference, she is going to draw him.
Hair Stool is disadvantaged because it's a stressful moment.
How's it stressful? I'm miles away.
You're not miles away. You're not miles away.
Even still.
You're watching a demon ritual for the first time. That's
Yeah. Same mental stress.
Reach in there, but 16.
It's also very stinky. Yeah, you're able to get the guy, very rotund, weird green tinge to his skin. Covered in food mess.
So you can make out this is probably the guy that they were talking about.
But Toma, the game was rigged from the start.
Yeah, she'll take notes of like this picture of the guy. She'll write down seems to be burning food at night, pulled by chariot of warthogs.
Yeah, palanquin of boars.
All right, and I guess that's what they see.
Yeah, that is your watch for the night, and the smell hits you now. The absolute stank wave just got lit off.
Oof.
In fact, con saves.
From both of us.
Yeah. No, for everybody but you. Yeah, come on.
18.
Con saves for a century.
Natural 20.
Got that sass tonight.
So Micah,
Yes.
you've spent winters in Weckingar. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna give you some lore. Yordrick has had to tauntaun himself into something.
Oh, great.
So you've had worse. You had to hide in a muskox tummy.
Ugh.
So I'm does the one big fat guy does he wear any symbols of the cult?
I'm gonna say you can't see it from here.
Does he have any noticeable weapon on his body?
No, but he got a. It's not. I wouldn't call it a weapon. I would more call it and this is the actual word. I don't want none of you 12-year-olds chuckling. He has an occult fetish.
Yeah.
That is the actual word for occult symbols.
I'm really struggling right now. I feel it in my lips right now.
Negative inspiration will happen, sir.
That makes it even worse. How dare you?
Okay, you've all successfully not laughed at it. But yeah, it's kind of like a staff thing. It's kind of staff-esque. It's one of the best way to say it's not very long, but he's two-handing it, waving around, homina, homina, homina.
Alright, and I guess as we head in after our shift, she's gonna pass some notes to whoever's up next with some pen and paper with the spyglass. Like, so this is definitely big fat guy over there. Also, if I were you, I would take some cloths to dampen for any smell.
Truly, uh-oh.
She's just gonna hand a picture of the camp leader to Flora, along with the notes that they are burning food.
Got it. Gonna yeah, grab some cloth and cover up my face. Who's doing the first watch with me?
As you and Peleus.
Yeah.
Figured Strap would be less what's the word? Cranky if it's in the afternoon rather than morning.
Probably. I guess I'll come on up to wherever.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys.
Yeah, I'd say cloaked edge of tree line if we can.
Oh, she'll also give you in the note, has not seen a car arrived or leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then roll your stuff. Brother, would you like me to pin these?
I just put that so that everyone else can see it. I'm probably gonna rewrite these down in my notes.
Okay, shouldn't want you to lose them.
A single perception check from me or Flora.
Oh,
right?
And
she'll bardic whoever goes first because she won't be there for the second.
yeah,
Well, you know, for my historic,
let's give the bardic to Peleus.
Yeah.
my historically good perception checks. Yeah.
Let's give that one to Peleus.
He's gonna fucking eat it. Yeah.
Oh my fucking gosh.
Roll it.
Yeah.
11. That's something.
It's
11.
not completely useless.
The fire just changed color.
Oh.
Oh, neat. They saw that featured too.
It's green.
They put salt in it.
That's blue. No, that's bright orange.
Green, orange, potato, tomato.
No, if you make fries out of a tomato, I'm gonna find you. If you try to give me tomato chips, we have a problem.
They sell those and I hate them.
Yeah, but people in your state eat raw ground beef sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you try it, okay? We use every part of the cow.
You could cook it!
You could cook it, but what if you didn't? Then you would, then you couldn't have the fucking raw sandwiches, alright?
You also
Flora,
don't have a roof on your football stadium.
Well, I don't watch sports ball, so that's fine. I don't care.
It's still common sense.
It is, especially in our state. Flora, your perception. Whereabouts?
Yeah. Well, that's why I said I want to establish a baseline of what she's looking for. For this watch, her second shift, and if we do one for the next day, like sort of like she's taking running notes of this information. And I'm looking for like routines and habits if I see the same people moving around. Patrol routes if there are any. And trying to get an idea of the size of the group that they have there, like how many are in there.
Alright, so you can roll well enough.
Can I argue advantage because she has experience in this?
I'll argue lowering the DC, no advantage.
I'll take it. Yeah. You can know all you want, but the roll will fail you every time.
Goodness.
See, I'm great at making plans. I ain't so good at actually making the plans happen.
Yeah.
I love that Micah has the reroll.
Yeah.
That expires.
I'm gonna guess
My character can know everything there is.
I'm gonna guess
about
they don't see anything.
Nope. You guys are distracted by color changing fire to get anything.
So, at least we've confirmed that the pig man is...
Actually, Laura, you are too mentally distracted by what you know Zedric is doing right now, or had done.
Okay, fair enough.
I was gonna say, we're too distracted talking to each other, trying to kick something
Yeah.
off real quick, but...
Yeah, go ahead, talk.
Well, at least we've confirmed that the big man's there. They're sacrificing food, so... more than likely a cult if they're sacrificing food in the middle of a famine. That's at least something. Flora, are you even looking at the fire?
Sorry, what?
You seem a bit distracted.
It's been a while since I've done anything like this. Just memories and whatnot.
Anything on your mind specifically?
You know,
So, damn, how in the hell, even for gluttony?
it really is a big fire.
You sound like you were going to say something else?
Just thinking it's strange how sometimes I find myself missing the old days.
What, your soldiering days?
Simpler times.
Well, I guess. What do you miss the most about it?
The structure?
Just orders to follow, nothing else.
Oh, good lord.
I mean, it did make everyday life a lot easier.
Easier, or... I guess not having to think for yourself, yes. I guess that would make things easier, wouldn't it?
It would. You'd be surprised how easy it is to fall into a routine and not really have the time to think about anything else.
You don't know the half of it. No,
Well, go on then.
Well, back where I came from, it's not too dissimilar to soldiering. I had my orders, I had my tasks, my duties to my family, and everything else, and I followed them until I was eventually sent off to here. And now I'm out on my own, trying to operate and trying to solve things by myself. Well, with help.
Tell me again exactly what it is you're trying to solve.
Trying to get rid of this bastard who's trying to consume an entire city and potentially the world. Currently.
At the behest of your father, if I remember correctly.
My father might have been the reason for my journey, but it's not the reason I'm still here.
True, but would you not still be doing the same thing if you weren't following orders?
I don't
Perhaps.
know if I would have even known that this was happening without him. So it's possible that I simply wouldn't be here until it was far too late. And then we'd have a far bigger problem on our hands.
Just a 50-foot pig and then Pelé us off the top rope.
With the steel chair!
Ah! Bonk.
Well, you seem familiar with this type of entity that we're dealing with. What does someone or something like this gain from, well, everything they're doing?
It's a bit of a silly question. Demons aren't really people. Not like you and me. They don't really gain something material through this. This thing, if I had to guess, is an embodiment of people consuming things to excess. I don't know exactly what specifically it might have domain over, but that is its end goal. That is its nature, and it does not do anything else. Demons do not deviate from their nature unless they would cease to be who they are. Or rather, what they are. Something that defines every single one of them. It's their nature, and they will follow it to the end. Be it for what we would call good or bad.
So they just do what they want because they want.
They do what they want because they want to and they can.
Hmm.
They need no other reason.
Yo, they just like me for real, for real.
Good lord.
Slightly morbid, but kind of have to admire it from a distance.
There's a bit of beauty in the simplicity of it, I suppose. Demons want what they want, and they'll usually be honest about it. This one probably wants food. Bodies, souls, power. Come to think of it, that's more of a universal concept across most demons.
And now you see what I was getting at.
What exactly?
Simplicity in general. Following orders, doing what you want because you want to. Just seems to be a running theme with what we're dealing with lately.
Well, that's how most people are, really. When you think about it. They do what they can. They do what they want. If you don't want to do something, why do it? I think Scrap says that an awful lot. I think he might be the youngest of the group, but he has some wisdom behind his ears. Although if only our lives were so simple. Mortals are much more complex than demons.
I think there's a lot more to Scrap than what he lets on, if I'm being honest.
More than likely. Isn't he psychic or telepathic or something?
There's been some instances where I've considered the possibility.
Well, I think he very much confirmed it when he started bouncing them across the room. And apparently he has some kind of contract. I'm honestly surprised Dahlia doesn't even seem to know anything about it. I thought they knew each other well before all of this.
Maybe we should direct our attention to him for a bit.
Yeah,
We know
possibly.
quite a bit about each other and Dahlia. Yordrick not so much. Surprisingly, I think Scrap even less.
Scrap doesn't really talk about himself all that much. But, well, that's fine. Before we go prying into everyone's personal matters, though, we have some, well, more pressing matters. Let's deal with this and make sure everyone gets out alive. Then we can deal with all the personal drama again.
Always the main goal.
By the way, how's Zedric been?
He's good. Off on business.
Oh, off on business? I thought he came to Illyria for business.
Business elsewhere.
Came to Illyria for business, and then he left for other business.
Kind of just, like, shrugs her shoulders. You know, he's
Well,
got the family business with the sugar and whatnot.
right,
I don't
the
really ask
sugar.
too many questions.
Right, the sugar. You know, if I recall correctly, I think my family might have handled some of their goods before. Well, that was a long time ago by now.
So your family dealt in
What was it? You called it sugar?
The bitter blacks are one of the more, at least as far as I know, well known. I mean, you saw their property, you saw their product.
I only saw one of their products. The other, I'm fairly certain, was in a box we were paid extra for showing discretion towards.
Like I said, I don't ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Smart. Well, by all means then. You know, I think it just changed to blue.
I don't know, that kind of looks indigo to me.
Color theory, not my strong suit. Why I'm not the artist of the party. I feel like that's a good ending point for this.
Yeah.
And then change places. Except Flora.
Say Scrap shows up.
Now Flora can interrogate Scrap about his psychicness.
Have fun, champ.
Good luck, buddy. I'm rooting for you.
Say, if you notice, Dahlia made sure that she was not in the group with neither Flora nor Pally, so she can never be interrogated.
Rooting for me? What would I need to be rooted for?
Oh no, it's always nice to feel appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Flora gonna uncork a bottle of the let's uncork a bottle of vodka, take a quick drink, put it back during shift change.
Duty.
I'm off duty.
Just a small drink.
I'm back on.
Yep.
Hold on. The quote, "It's okay, I'm off duty." Is that from Monsters Inc?
I don't think so.
No.
Feels like something different.
Okay. Go on, Scrampaw. Scrap, now you see green fire. I want you to roll alchemy tools or general intelligence, your choice.
I do alchemy tools with.
Only because it's not your birthday.
24.
Oh, they burned copper.
I was gonna say there's copper in there.
Yeah, there's copper in there.
Yeah, he just sees the green fire. Why are they burning copper?
My friend there.
Congratulations. Cat, you were asked the question.
Huh?
Why are they burning copper?
They're burning copper?
Jester to the limp. That's what the green is.
Oh, I was wondering why it was a different color. We saw them put food on the fire. Or what we can assume to be crates of food.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's not normally copper in. Unless someone's making a very bad business decision.
Eats a coin. They just threw boxes on there. I will say it is safe to assume they just grabbed whatever boxes were not in the bandits' cut and burned it.
I think they're burning more than just food.
Are they just burning everything?
I guess that's... Sniffs a little bit. That's probably what that smell is, actually.
Maybe. I mean, Toma, do you look through the spyglass first?
He do.
Okay, you get to go first.
Just normal
Standard.
perception.
Standard perception.
It's fantastic
Unless you-
that we're all horrible at this.
Yeah, I love this. Like, y'all wanted to spy. I'm like, okay!
Oh my god.
Okay!
Alright,
Toma,
Flora.
it's getting uh-oh stinky for you.
Okay, so same premises as earlier.
Yeah, it'll be easier for you. Let's see if you can
I
handle it.
also want to get an idea of any possible entry points or into the
Is the
compound.
Stinky a Constitution save?
No, it's just bad. It's more of a that's explaining why you roll like shit.
My eyes are watering. This sucks.
Cat, keep in mind, the more things you ask for, the
Okay,
harder it
fair
gets.
enough. Fair enough.
I
Well,
know, just letting you know.
I'll stick with the first one then. Size of force, routines, patrol routes.
Okay, so you're asking for 3 things. Got it. I'm waiting, Chief. Hey!
17.
Not bad.
So I'll answer one of those questions.
Oh, okay.
Size of force variable. You see some guys fuck off into the woods, and you see some come join the party.
Useful. Okay.
I would like to remind you the wizard you interrogated did say this is a come and go.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of wander in and out as it suits them.
Yep, this is more of a, this is a place they can rest. This is a place where they can take things.
May not be the information that we wanted, but it's information nonetheless.
Yeah, that. Given the fact you did ask for 3 things, that DC jumps up, so that's all I'm going to give you a 17. Actually, I will give you a glimpse of how fat that guy is. I will send you a picture.
Oh, okay.
No, Cortana, go away.
Oh
No,
my
don't send
God.
Cat a picture of Dino Chicken Nuggets. I got some of her Dino Chicken Nugget pillows for her birthday because those are her safe food. I think it's awesome. Do you not want to sleep on a Dino Nuggie?
Okay, well,
Yeah, but
scrap.
that is how fat that guy is.
That guy is.
Guy's excessively obese, huh?
Yeah.
I
Goodness.
showed Toma because he's already seen the character.
Please tell me you just sent a picture of Fat Bastard.
No, I said the same thing I said to you.
Oh, yeah.
Fleet Commodore Nelson Royale.
You know, scrap.
Huh?
Considering how big that guy is and what this cult is known for, I'd say he's a person of interest.
I'm not sure that interest is the right word.
Whatever that is, I ain't interested.
I'm pretty sure the word you're looking for is person-sized gravity well.
Man has
That's
his own
where-
orbit.
What's that? You're so fat, Peter. You have your own gravitational pull.
How did I know that you would be entertaining?
I'm entertaining.
Take it and run. Take the compliment.
You are.
Just take the compliment.
I mean, I guess. You guys are always so serious about everything.
You do have a tendency to lighten the mood, which I don't think I've ever actually had the chance to thank you. I do appreciate it.
It helps when you don't try and make an emergency out of everything.
You'll be scrapping that big nothing matters camp, and I'm about it. Things matter as much as you want them to.
They really do.
You need no other reason to do things than you just want to, and things only matter as much as you let them.
That is kind of his entire mentality.
He's just correct. But unless you guys have anything to say, plan, theorize, what have ye. Bring in the turtle.
Anything
Hello.
of interest happen up to this point so far? Anything I should know?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty colors.
Big fire. They're burning more than just food. They're literally throwing everything into the fire. And that big guy, probably head of operations here, if I was so bold to assume.
Anything we didn't discover on my shift.
I don't know why that's funny, but that
I love
is.
the sass.
Mhm.
Dear God, held nothing back.
Well, it doesn't sound like anyone's seen a cart come in or out yet.
Nope.
Dolly, how'd you get here?
Because she's up next with Yordrick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they just come in. And Dahlia fills in Yordrick of what Dahlia knows. Which is everything. Not just for
Rap
this
walks back
circumstance.
to camp with Flora having forgot to ask him about his past.
I was trying to get there.
No, we're gonna give it to her. We're gonna let her do it.
Just rewind
Toma
and
was
then.
very visibly deflecting.
Yes.
What do you mean you never asked him?
So you can't go the hint with Strap. You just have to say it outright.
Yeah,
That's
subtlety is for
fair,
the
and
birds.
Flora has a tendency to speak metaphorically a lot, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're worse than Peleus in that regard.
Well bit.
Hey, no, for real though, if you were speaking in metaphor, I didn't even catch it.
Yeah.
Me neither. I thought you were just
I
faffing about.
didn't get much either.
I'm like Drax. What the hell's a metaphor?
I was getting there. She
I
said,
know what a
"Huh,
simile
funny."
is.
A meta is just the most effective strategy available, AJ. That's what it's for.
Oh.
So,
Uh-huh.
I'm curious, how did you end up with this viewpoint on life?
What do you mean?
So nonchalant about everything.
Well, when you've had an explosion in your lab, it helps to only let things matter as much as you want them to.
How bad was that explosion?
Well, I lived, so not as bad as it could have been.
Fair point, but obviously enough to give you some perspective on your life.
Yes and no. Some of it is just being a kobold. I'm pretty sure we just sort of have an instinctual knowledge of how fragile things can be. I'm
Yeah.
pretty
Just
sure the whole city life is a bit of a newer thing for my species. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure they used to just get carried off by birds, and some might even still have that happen.
Okay, this is just gonna jump cut to a small outlying village. You hear the cry of a hawk and crying.
No, it takes cover. The fucking Rango town.
Yeah, no, quite literally, it was a Rango reference. Not enough people make those.
Well, I can understand that.
I'm also
Still,
gonna
though,
live a pretty decently long time, and it doesn't make sense to worry about every little thing that I can't control. Assuming the things I can't control don't kill me before that.
I think a lot of us could take some lessons from you.
If that's what you guys have been trying to do, you're really bad at learning them.
Damn!
You know, I honestly can't even argue with you on that one. I think a lot of us are stuck in our ways, and if we listen to someone like you, we would probably learn a few things.
You would die.
So how's that going for you?
Well, I'm standing here right now talking to you, trying to learn. Understand what goes on in that brain of yours.
Well, right now I'm thinking about why they would be just burning everything instead of putting it to use. You'd think they'd want to use it for occult activities, but from the sound of it, they're just getting rid of everything.
I have to ask a question for Scrap's perspective on something.
Okay.
How do you define cult activities?
Whatever it is their end goal is, you'd think they'd use the materials they're pillaging to work towards it instead of just delete it.
Thank you for clarifying.
He says without elaborating further.
Well, because wouldn't everything a cult does be cult activities?
Oh, we're gonna gather up and play Yahtzee. Cult activities.
Technically, if they do it as a cult, Yahtzee is a cult activity. Congratulations.
Did it look like they were doing any sort of ritual when they burned everything?
Did Dahlia put that down in her notes?
Say again.
I will say, I'll just give you that. Well, they saw the fat guy go in front of the fire, wave up his arms, and essentially go humana, humana, humana.
Okay.
I will
Because
say,
Dahlia saw
yes.
that, we didn't.
Well, I'll say she wrote it down because she would logically, that is something that she would do.
Well, according to the notes that Dahlia left, ritualistic activity while burning.
Sort of things for a second. Well, given my very limited knowledge of how magic and or rituals work, I would assume based on the logical solution to the use of said materials, that they're either sending them to another location through a ritual that just happens to involve fire, or they're sending it directly to their demon leader thingy to make it useful to them somehow. Assuming they're not just crazy and burning it, because that could also definitely be the case. If it is the former, then we might want to put an end to this because they are actually using those resources, and we should probably do that anyway, just because they are burning resources that could be used by a bunch of people who are hungry.
While this is true, I think, at least from what I've witnessed and based off of my instincts, I don't think assaulting this location head on is in our best interest. What with these bandits coming and going, and we have no clue how many are really in there.
You guys haven't seen a
You
little
don't
white
know what we're
kobold
going
running around
into.
over there, have you?
I haven't noticed one.
So I want you to know that there's a coin flipped whenever you guys enter a new location if he's there. I will not tell you the result of it, but I'm just saying there is a coin that is flipped.
So back to this explosion.
Okay.
What happened? Was
You're
it
gonna have to narrow that down a little bit.
Were you working on a new potion? Were you... what were you doing that led up to said explosion?
Which explosion? There's been many.
Yeah, they're sort of his MO. He did an explosion today.
The one in your lab that gave you the perspective that you have on your life now?
Well, again, it just sort of reinforced the view that I had and slightly shifted it, probably. But for that specific one, I was working on a... I'm trying to think of the word now.
You can do it. You want help?
Yes.
Okay, what are you trying to describe?
It's like something that is specific to a company and what they make.
Something that's proprietary?
I mean, I kind of wanted to say proprietary potion, but I don't know if there's a better word for it.
Not really.
I was working on something that was proprietary to the guild that I was working with at the time, and something went wrong, and that's about all I can say about it.
I'm gonna guess that you can't say which guild you were with at the time.
I believe that if I were to give that information, it would lead to possibilities of them being investigated, and they would like to avoid that, and as such, I am unable to comment on the matter.
Yeah, it seems like you're kind of wrapped up in a pretty tight contract of some sorts.
Essentially, I'm kinda just supposed to have fallen asleep and an explosion happened and then I was fired.
So they made you lie about it.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. What can you say on the matter?
Um, hmm.
Was it a well-known guild?
Yes.
Was it a guild that we've crossed paths with since then?
Not to my knowledge.
And it was here in Illyria.
Yes.
Hmm.
To my knowledge, I'm not allowed to provide you with any information that would directly lead you to the source of my employment at the time that I was working for them.
Fair enough. I'm not trying to get you into trouble. I'm just curious about your past. I won't push anymore. Couldn't stand the thought of getting you into trouble for something.
Thinking for a few seconds. I wonder if they ever finished what I was working on.
I still don't know what you were working on.
I'm gonna respond to that in DMs.
Alright. For all I know, you invented water. I know literally nothing.
That's probably a good point to switch. She
Yep.
doesn't have any more
Yeah.
questions.
Let's say change places.
Say, unless your drink has a question for Dolly, Dolly's only question for him is gonna be, so like, what's your second favorite gem?
You seem to have like one thing. You ever thought of branching
Expanding?
out?
Well, I mean, I do work with other gyms. It's just due to my contract, there is certain limitations on what ones I can work on.
Right. Can't work on rubies.
Yes, that's fairly the extent. Every other gym I have, technically
Damn.
I can work on rubies. I just can't use that as my payment method. Like I could
Oh.
make ruby bracelets and whatnot and sell those off. I just could not
Oh,
give the rubies to him.
can I get some like ruby shit sometimes? Because it goes great with my skin. Literally.
Do you have any rubies?
I can get some.
I don't know. You got any?
I can get some.
I
How
thought
about this?
I got a guy.
How about this?
Hmm.
Next time I go out on a mining expedition, you can come with. Maybe Terry will go again.
Ooh, that'd be
He seemed
fun.
he seemed to just enjoy the talks and work as we were doing, so he may be willing to go again.
Maybe
But you
happy
can
to go.
assist us in that, and if we find any rubies, then I can work on them. If not, we can look about finding some, and we can figure out something to do.
All right.
I could try making a hairpin again.
I could use a new hair piece.
as I'm pulling up a spyglass to look at the fort.
Yeah, take Bardic.
Yep, as the sun rises.
I think you mean
tree.
sets.
Damn it.
Yeah,
50-50
Look
shot.
off into vast darkness.
Not a fan, you can't look at it for too long.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Anyways,
Call your numbers.
that is a 25.
Okay, you can ask me 2 questions.
Okay, so we've seen the guy on the Palisade.
Palanquin.
Palanquin.
Palisade is a type of wall.
Yeah. We've seen the guy. We know he has a sort of adornment to him. He has boars pulling him, fires changing colors, and they're throwing stuff into the fires. We haven't seen anything go in yet. We haven't seen anything go out yet.
That's not true.
Yep.
Huh?
Flora saw people go in and out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the people. I was meaning like
Yep.
carts they had brought in from raids and whatnot.
We haven't seen de facto tribute cart leaving camp to go
Yes.
back to.
Yes. I guess one question would be, could I get a general understanding of their shifts for, like, guards? Like, oh, they do a circle around the perimeter, or that sort of stuff.
So, best way I can describe it is they just sort of have the stinky guards watching the 3 entrances.
Okay. Like, are they
They
just
don't
staying
sleep.
at the entrances all the time? Are they moving?
Yeah.
Okay,
They
so
don't
that's
need
probably
to sleep.
things. Okay. Good to know. So there's not really going to be
And
that chance of sneaking
there are 2
past.
boars at every entrance. Roll General Wisdom for me, Micah.
A wisdom check.
Yep, General Wisdom.
18.
Yeah, it's likely to detect for invisible things because, sniff.
Yeah.
What tops a pig's sense of smell?
Not much.
Is a pig better than a bloodhound?
Yes.
Pigs
Oh,
are
yeah.
very
Pigs are just harder to
smelly.
control.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And we don't use them for truffle hunting because of the pigs will just eat it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Dahlia tried to do invisibility walking, it probably wouldn't work.
I mean, she already stated that it seemed like the guards knew where she was.
Yeah, you also do know the stinky guards work off sniff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Broden? What would be a good second question to ask right now?
Yeah, Burton, you can absolutely help. If you guys are both truly stuck, I will allow one from the peanut gallery.
My only
Because-
thoughts is like,
So I don't want this to be one of my questions, AJ. It's more of just
Yeah, no,
Looking
that's
around.
fine.
we will tell you what our question is.
Yeah, I will assume it's not one of them unless you state it explicitly. I'm not gonna
The-
monkey's paw.
the way the fort is set up. Are they just tall walls with entrances, or is it tall walls where people can walk around at the top?
A.
Okay.
Because,
so-
this is something any of you could have picked up on. That's free.
Okay,
So it's just there's just a giant wall that they're hiding.
Yes, it is more of a concrete slab with walls at this point.
So there's no one at a higher elevation to be looking out then. Okay, so that does give us some range for being able to sneak up on an entrance if we wanted to. There's not going to be people just watching from the top.
So here's another
We
question.
ever
that-
figure out where they're getting their water?
I was going to
Yeah.
suggest that, but I also wanted
Peleus,
to ask.
Peleus told you.
I did say they have a well.
Mm.
So it's very possible that they are fed off of an internal well, which means we can't poison without getting into it. So
Yeah, it's fine. We just have, I don't know,
Don't.
Yordrick meld with stone or something and poison the groundwater.
Cast that?
Mm-mm.
we
I have
just
no
put it
idea.
over the wall.
I do have meld with stone, yes.
Oh,
Well, we
shit.
do.
There's
That's
also a fun little thing I think only Scrap knows Flora can do right now.
Throw a dead gopher in the well and wait for it to poison it?
Yes, we have 2 weeks.
It's
Later.
it's a last resort get into the camp that I have
Fireball the guards.
So-
on backup.
And it's a thing that only I know you can do?
Mm-hmm.
Raise your hand if you're confused.
I'm confused.
Raise
I
hand.
was-
You saw me walk into the house. Or you saw someone walk into the house, and then that someone was me.
Oh, disguise self.
Yes.
That, yeah.
So,
It might have been just been a couple weeks.
That's it. Everyone was just so
Yeah.
confused.
so it would be a very bad idea, but technically Dahlia could make Yordrick invisible. He go inside his lamp, and Pallius just chuck the lamp into
Not a good
the
idea.
fort. No, it's a terrible idea.
George, you want to solo this mission?
No, I was more meaning just I sneak in and poison the well, but no, that'd be very bad.
So that's like plan C, plan D.
Gee.
So-
Way down the line somewhere.
AJ, I need to know something.
So,
We're overlooking them from a hill, correct?
yeah.
It's not uncommon because typically you would build a fort into a natural defended area. Or is the fort like against a wall of any kind?
No.
Okay, so it's just
So
Out there in the middle
I will
of the
say
field.
it's not like that's the overhill because you couldn't see down and in it.
okay.
Is what I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, you are not able to see into it. But just given the structure and how jagged the walls look, it looks like there was probably a full ass tower here
Hmm.
There was, but no longer.
a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
But well, lost to time.
Yeah.
It's nothing more. It probably used to be a watch post in the middle of a field, so you could see at all sides.
Okay.
God, Dolly has a thought in her head of like how we could get in, but by God, would that take some time to find? But it's
Okay.
definitely
Do
plausible.
we want to all reconvene and talk in camp?
I haven't
One
asked
question
my...
left.
Yeah, I still gotta ask my question, so I'm trying to figure out.
Unless
what-
you guys
I
are gonna
meant,
get Mr. T and get a van.
I say because
Mhm.
certain questions like how many people you see, or like how many people like we could get an idea how many people there are. That's changing constantly because bandits are
Mhm.
leaving and going, so that's not even worth to
Yeah.
ask. We know where they're getting their water.
Also makes it a bit more dangerous to get in.
We would see a cart there. We could check to see if we see a symbol of the cult anywhere, but I mean, from what we've seen, it's very likely already that we know that it
It's-
is.
They
It's
Yeah.
pretty confirmed that we know what the cult is, so most of our core
Yeah.
knowledge has already been answered.
The most I think we could do is just we know for a fact because of the last question, there is no guard routine because the people who are standing guard are constantly there always.
They don't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other one I could think of is where do they keep their supplies? Like the ones that they aren't burning to their god, or
I.e.,
demon.
weapons, ammunition for stuff.
even like
Oh, yeah, I
food
can
for
answer
the
that.
regular people. If
I can
if
answer
you
that.
think
Oh,
that,
yeah,
well,
they would need food for the regular people. Yeah.
it's one of
Yeah,
those
I can
things
answer
of like, is that the
I
question
can
we want to
answer
go
that
with?
if you want.
I'd be fine with getting that answer because if we need to, we could try to separate that from other people.
I mean, it's always good to have knowledge for potential sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
Because my thought is, if you destroy the bandits' food, well, they want to eat something. They may try to get stuff from the cult then.
Bandits-
because theirs
Or
got
they
destroyed.
might just leave.
Or they, yeah,
Mhm.
they
The
may
Bandits
just leave.
We have been told. I'm just gonna raise this. We have been told the bandits do just keep their share of shit.
Exactly.
So-
If we get rid of that
Their
share, though,
What I'm saying is that share is probably with the bandit patrols.
Like in where they're. Are
No,
the
no, like,
bandits staying
each
in the camp,
individual
or are they just
band
coming in and leaving?
It comes and goes, right? So if the bandits keep their share is on the bandit crews, not with the cult. 'Cause
True.
the cult would already take their
Fair.
share.
AJ, I'm assuming because we've been watching, do the bandits stay in this fort, or do they just come in, bring the stuff, and leave?
They're coming
They
and
stick
going.
around. Micah, think of it like Hachinosu, like Blackbeard's Island.
Okay, so they have like tents and whatnot set up for their stuff.
so they do have to have a source of food and supplies there for when they're staying.
Yeah, they might. Yes, that is a possibility. But Selkis is not that far off.
True.
My guess is their share of things, they're probably managing their own shit.
All right. Well,
So
then
it might be a
I'm
bit more dispersed than we
I'm
know.
willing to open it up to the rest of the group. Does anyone else have a final thing that you think we should look for?
Mhm.
My only thing I can think of is because it sounds like our best lead at this point, honestly, is to get into the camp, like genuinely. if we can at least take care of the cult members, then that stops the cult from spreading, because the bandits are likely to just disperse when their bosses are dead. Because they have no more reason to fight. They're not in this because their heart's in it. They're in this because of money and
Yeah.
loot and shit. So I would say the only thing I can look for is any potential obvious weak points that have not been reinforced because they haven't had time to, or are particularly weak sections of structure. Anything that we could do to throw a wrench in the gears of their defense when we have to push in.
I guess you could say we could ask like what is the most, because there's always a spot that is the least defended, no matter how much you defend a base. We could ask that, just what is the least guarded area compared to everything else. That'd be the best to try to either sneak in or attack from.
The other thing too is like, from our distance, how big of an area do they have?
That would be its own
Covered.
question.
Another
I know.
question I
That's
think
I'm offering up another question. That's all.
Okay.
another question I think might be good to ask is where is the bandits' loot being kept, and basically are they keeping it there and then taking what they want from what they're given, or are they just taking what they want and leaving the rest to the cult? Because if they're basically getting a bunch of it set out, if we destroy that, it could make them all mad at the cult.
We know the fact that the cult and the bandits divvy up the loot as soon as they pillage it, and then the cult gets what they want and burn it for their demon, and then the bandits just have their share that they get to keep and take.
Yeah, which
Okay, so they're not just leaving it in a pile somewhere.
Yeah, because why would they mix their bandit loot in with other people's bandit loot? Like,
Yeah.
that just would cause fights and shit later on, so.
I just didn't know if they were like stockpiling stuff and then going through the loot and separating it, and then people take their share.
So it sounds
they share it.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, from what I can guess, the bandits are coming in with their whole thing. They're giving half to the cult, keeping half with themselves, maybe sticking around a little bit while holding on to their own share, and then leaving to go get more. That's generally what's happening. So if you're talking about bandit loot, they're not just gathering every different band's shit up except for the cult share. That might be the only thing that they're like temporarily storing before they burn. Everything else is with them. So I don't think that's going to lead anywhere. If we ask that, I don't think it's going to matter. It's going to probably be... AJ said it would be something similar to that, so it may not be exactly, but I don't think we're going to get any special advantage like in the coming fight on that. So I personally think we go for the potential weakest point of defense, or potentially a way that we could sneak around the current watch and get as close as possible before they would spot us, which would give us the best element of surprise.
Was the guy doing the rituals outside of the walls?
Is that the question? Oh, actually, no, it's you, because you're...
We
Yeah,
did see that.
he stepped out, humana over the bonfire.
That'd be a pretty good time to jump him.
Possibly.
So he leaves the fortress to go do the
Barely.
Just for that reason.
Yeah, he barely leaves, but he does go outside the walls. And it's
Yeah,
more
but we
vulnerable
have-
than he is otherwise.
We have no idea how much backup he's got because the bandits come and go.
So I got
I'd say...
I got two ideas for when we reconvene. You gonna say?
I was going to say, as far as questions are concerned, I say we take... Because the way I see it, we have two options when we talk. And this technically, I guess, is going to bleed over into our whole reconvening session. We can just say this is above game.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're probably going to assault the camp, and we're probably going to look for either a route that we can sneak up and get close on, or a route that is particularly weak, so we can kind of like bust in and disrupt whatever defensive plans they had, planned out. I say we try to get one of those two things as a question, and thirdly, our plans of attack are either A, we wait until after Big Boy leaves the thing to do his ritual, which hopefully he does like again. Second of all, we basically just have to go up against the camp with preferably a weak point to attack, but we'll see.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me, what we're doing.
So it sounds like weak points, what we're trying to figure out.
Effectively, yeah. What would be the most effective strategy, given our skills, to actually attack? So, a general weak point, a place that has less guards,
blow up the walls.
A particularly weak section of the walls that could cause structural damage or potentially collapse a bit of the structure onto some of the guards, thus, taking them out and making a route. There's quite a few options, I think, for that. So, very
I-
general question, but
I have a blasting specialty.
the blast. You
Wow,
go blast.
almost as if I'm shooting my monk. Almost as if I want you guys to use your shit and be cool.
Mhm.
Wow.
So that's gonna be my.
Oh.
I think that's a fair question, Broden. You were gonna say something real quick before I went off, unless I covered what you were gonna say by accident.
Yeah, pretty much you said what I was gonna say. It seems we're coming down to two different things, and I think the best one would probably be just to see structural weakness, to like best way to sneak in and or just best point of attack.
I'd be fine knowing about
Okay.
like structural weak points, because that means if we needed to, we could blow up a wall or break it and distract people to do something else.
I mean,
AJ, would you say these are two separate questions, or would they basically count as the same because they're both trying to accomplish the same goal?
I will call them two separate questions because it's different specifics of information.
Okay.
remember, we
I'm
don't
gonna lean
have to go
towards-
immediately after this either. We can.
This is very true. I'm not putting you on
Yep.
any sort of timer.
Yep, I'm just saying for the sake of pacing because we've been on this subject for a while. So, I'm gonna probably cast my vote for any kind of structural weakness, because if we can do something like that and basically de facto take out multiple guards, I feel like that's better than just being able to sneak up on them.
Agreed.
That would just be me. Yeah. If there was anything like we could get Scrap's bombs on, or I forget if Dahlia has Shatter or something like that.
No.
I do
anyway.
have Shatter.
Yeah, I knew someone did, but I knew it was a bard spell too, and almost every bard I play with ever picks Shatter.
We never upcast it.
No, never
I don't
do
have
it.
a
Curses
choice.
The damage.
Micah's
Well, it's
cursed.
too bad.
So yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna go with. Sound good?
Okay, you want structural weak points then?
Everyone,
Yes.
Is everyone else voting for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Flora?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send Micah some
I
snippets.
Oh.
Basically, I'm gonna show him all three entrances. Because they're the only parts that are, like, solid wall.
Yeah.
Whoopity scoop. Hold on.
Whoopity scoop poop.
God, that was a song.
It was a
Um,
song. Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. Until
So
you got not
because
cool
it seems like
anymore.
we're just gonna go to a group talk, anyways. After this.
Yeah, you continue that while I do this.
My two ideas for like possibly getting into the camp. One's a bit more out there, but actually very plausible. But the first one was gonna be, if we're worried about how many bandits are in the camp, I say we plant a thing to where it looks like a messenger who may have got lost, stumbled in the woods. Like Kadali can make fake looking dead bodies. Plant fake notes on it saying that a massive caravan of food is going to come through, and that could tempt the bandits to kind of join up to go out there to try to grab this thing, leaving the camp relatively just the cult.
So your plan is to basically hope that, like, basically signal a false flag attack, and then the bandits go and investigate. They search the body, quote unquote body. They find a note that basically says that tomorrow, big ol'.
No. See, the bandits are going in and out themselves. All we have to do is just put it in a close by-ish enough spot to where it's likely they'll find it. Their bandits will rummage through it for gold or whatever, and they find that, and they realize, we may need a little bit more help for this one. They may go back and grab more people. It's bait to put them outside, for them thinking they're gonna get something.
Okay. I mean, as long as we can get them out
Excuse
of the, out and away.
Yeah.
Excuse me. From the fortress, then I think that accomplishes our goal of weakening them before the attack.
This one's way more out there, but it is technically plausible. That well's got to be drawing water from somewhere.
It would be groundwater since it's a well.
Yeah, it's on wells
Likely an
go from
aquifer.
stuff deep underground.
Yeah, they're likely an aquifer. So that, I mean, poisoning the entire aquifer. I mean,
I wouldn't say poison it. Just seeing like maybe we can
Like
find
swimming
something, maybe not.
Like swimming under? I mean, we don't
I
really
don't
have any
know.
water breathing, so there'd be.
It'd be yeah.
That-
That's why I said this one's out there.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan if we had something like water breathing potions or something.
It is a
to-
desperate plan if I have nothing else.
Yeah, if we were more aquatically inclined,
Yeah.
then that would not be a bad idea. But
If I was a
don't
water
think that's gonna work
genasi,
this
I'd
one.
go and look.
If
Yeah.
only I was anti-Dahlia.
But unfortunately, she's the opposite.
The water genasi barbarian.
And she really, really does not like water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say, is Dahlia really the type to suggest a plan like that?
She
So-
would if she thought it would work.
Just quick questions, AJ.
Hmm.
The first picture, does that look like the wall has been broken open?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
so
that,
that's-
like the first and I will say the top right. That wall, that became a door in post.
Okay, and the third one is just that entire section.
That was a door.
Okay, but it took
Was.
out most of the wall there.
Yeah.
What
It would be
directions
difficult-
are these entrances on of the building?
In order. I mean, like, you could probably tell. I'm just gonna up, down, and right. Like if you want cardinal directions from where you're standing. I'm not really
Okay.
that deep,
No.
Chief.
Don't really need cardinal directions, but okay. So above, bottom, and to the right of the place. So the biggest entrance is the one on the right of the structure, just because that entire wall is missing.
Yeah, that's probably where the original door was. And then either it decayed naturally or something big had to get through it.
And that bottom entrance looks like it goes into some sort of internal area since there's tables in there. Dahlia doesn't know silence, does she?
No.
I don't think Bard gets it. No,
Bard-
they do.
Bards
Eskar
can
had it.
learn
Yeah,
silence.
Eskar had it. Yep.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, it would be weird if bards could...
I completely shut down a devil with it.
I know that they can, but that's. Sorry.
Not really
I-
Dahlia's thing. Dahlia's
Yeah,
not about
no.
sound.
No.
No,
It was
I
more
only
just
know
the
because
thought of-
like they had it in the critical role for Scanlan.
It was more of just the thought of, we get into a closed off area, do silence to deal with the things in there, and then move forward, but... So the images I'm seeing is there is an entrance on the top where basically it's just sort of been busted in through the wall, and an entrance on the bottom that's been busted through a wall that looks like it seems to go into a room, possibly, and then just the big main entrance on the front where an entire section of the wall and front door has just been torn down, which I'm assuming if it goes in and this is a fort, it probably goes into a courtyard area. So if we wanted to try and keep it slightly contained, we could go in from the lower entrance to what I think is probably an internal room, and then try to funnel things in. But I can't see further into the room, so I cannot guarantee that.
I have a question.
Okay.
What's to stop them from just waiting outside the door instead of sending people in and waiting for us to be stuck in there?
I don't know. This is more just an above game talk because I was explaining the images I was sent. Biggest question I think we need to ask right now is, are we going to try to go at this fort, or do we try to get this information back and get help dealing with this?
I kind of do think we should go for it. I'm gonna be honest.
We could go for it. We could go get help. I think we should probably spend a few more days just to see, because from the looks of it, the bandits are leaving, but the cult isn't. At least from what I can see so far. So,
Well, of course not. This is their base.
well, exactly. But if there's another base that they're like sending supplies to, I wouldn't imagine they send the bandits to do that. They do it themselves. So,
It's like a cult man might have a journal or some sort of lead on him, I'm sure.
possibly it's also the fact of if they're not sending the supplies to do this anywhere else.
Could also be prisoners or something in there that might be able to shed some sort of insight.
We'd have to sneak in though.
Well, not really. They're not going to have time to kill all the prisoners if they get raided. That's not their first priority. The first priority is killing or knocking us out. Most likely killing, but you know.
I wouldn't mind watching for a day or two just to see if we see them send out any more supplies. If they don't, I guess we go for it.
I'm with Dahlia. Let's give it another day. Get a better idea of their routines.
I mean, we've only been here for literally a day
24
and a half.
hours.
Yeah.
My main thing is I don't know what else we're going to really get out of the routines. Like, we know he goes out to do a ritual. It might be every night, it might not be, but...
What is it hurting for us to spend another 24 hours to watch and see what happens?
Nothing
Well,
really, because they haven't searched out in this area for us. They don't
Every
know
single
where-
day that we wait on these guys is potentially more sacrificed, more damage done, more rituals committed. So, I mean, really, time is more important than I think you realize.
Both.
It's
have a
not.
good
It's
point.
not clear to us, but sorts of rituals they have an effect.
True. I mean, for as far as we
I
know,
know
they
they-
are 2 or 3 more rituals away from summoning their demon lord or whatever.
Potentially, they already tried to with the giant corpse.
Potentially, he's behind you.
Right behind you.
You just see Sherman.
Now,
What do you
ladies
think?
and gentlemen, I do believe you are on our property, as it were.
I do personally think that it wouldn't be a bad idea. Dahlia was kind of on the right track. I think we could set up some kind of, I don't know, fire or some kind of thing that is off
Distraction.
in the distance as a distraction that might
Mhm.
potentially send some people out, which at the very least will get rid of some people potentially for a little while.
So
If we're gonna go for it, that's the plan I want to use.
The only
Yep.
other thing I
That's
can think
my vote.
about
Distraction,
is...
and then we go in a different direction.
The only other thought I could think about is if we start following bandits as soon as they leave, and once they get far enough away, jumping them to get rid of them, so that way they have no chance of coming back. In which case, we start whittling out numbers possibilities, but that's a lot of taking time to hunt down bandits, and then a lot of time for them to hopefully not notice it, and...
And we're not exactly going to be taking prisoners this way, whereas if we take out the cult first, then the bandits will simply disperse.
I'm a little
Find
surprised
something
you're the one that's offering that course of action, Noah. Usually you hate having to kill people.
I wasn't suggesting we kill them. She pulls out a painting. I can put them in here.
You're going to put every single bandit we find into a painting.
I can put up to 8 in one painting.
This is true.
Possible, but it's also treating the symptom, not the actual disease, so...
I forget, is
So-
that with or without upcasting?
That's without.
Okay.
Damn, 8
Love game.
people?
Bit of a morbid question.
It's because it's just a means for
It
prisoner
can never.
transportation.
Yeah, say it is pure transportation. Can never. It is takes too long to be used in combat, and they're usually it only works against people who are bound or unconscious, because you could run away from it.
And if I try to like use this to sneak someone into a place, 1, I have a giant painting on my back, and 2, I run into the issue of you are unconscious for 10 minutes after you come out of this.
Yep.
I mean, like, I get it, but damn, 8 people in a single fucking painting.
It's truly just transport.
Yep. It is just
So-
so we don't have to
Maybe it's something
shackle
else.
people.
It's just like, wow.
She
That's
paints
a-
them small.
Mhm. Perspective,
That
pal. It's
little-
all about perspective.
I'm not an artiste.
You a bitch is what she
clearly.
is.
So I know we've made statements before of whenever someone's dead, they stop being a creature and they technically become an item.
Yes.
That is
Which
always
I'm
how it
fine
is.
saying that works because there is no resurrection anyways for people to get uppity about.
Yep.
No, my question was more going to be, can with Creation Bard, could you technically make a fake corpse?
Yes.
He's done it before.
It's
That is what she
it's
said
what
to
she
go
was
for.
suggesting to like throw out for a bandit to find, because bandits aren't smart to begin with, and they just
Oh, I
find
thought you were
notes
meaning
about.
throw out stuff for them to find.
No, like they find a dead body of a person, and I can make them look like they've been wandering in the woods for a long time. They find it. They find notes on it about a caravan that's coming through, and they all go to go raid a caravan that's not coming while we deal with a cult. They're out occupied, thinking shit's gonna happen while we destroy their base of operations.
our options right now are limited. Either I think it's safe to say we're going to just keep watching for, say, another day, if nothing else. But beyond that, our things are going to be dependent on if we want to try to get more help, if we want to try to distract the bandits, and if we want to try to sneak in.
All right. What's everyone thinking for the first one? Getting more help, yay or nay?
We're
I
not
personally think we can handle them.
Callius thinks we can do it.
We're also not entirely sure of people's involvement, as it were.
Exactly. We don't know who we can trust, and having to go back just means that they get an extra 4 days or so to do whatever they're doing.
So
Which
it
means
sounds.
they'll have more time to attract more members, and, well...
So it sounds like we're doing this alone. I am personally in the belief that giving it at least one more day for the attack is not a bad thing. And going in at night is probably the best thing, because most bandits are going to be tired from a long day of shit, and they see this as a fortified area. They're not going to be resting during the day because they don't feel like they need to. A night attack may be our ally.
I personally think we've gathered all the information we need. We
Like,
know what they're doing. We know around how many there are. We have a general plan of attack. I say we follow through. The sooner we deal with them, the better.
If we're gonna
pretty
go
sure
in,
if we do a night attack, whatever I do is gonna wake everybody up.
That's fine. The point is they're not getting
same.
sleep.
Who
Because
sleeps
I
on their
was
armor?
gonna say, if
Dwargon.
we're just gonna run in there, do me a favor and keep the room clear so I can take out as many in one go as possible.
I agree.
Yordrick just looks at you.
So
Yes, exactly what you're
Except you,
thinking.
Yordrick, get on in there. Come on, champ.
I was going to say, considering we have a walking, talking piece of artillery here, I think maybe we do stand more of a chance than we think.
Is Yordrick actually still mad about it?
No, but it's still funny.
I
Funny. It's like,
It's
yes,
specifically
ice
funny because
magic the ice zombies.
it's specifically funny because it only hurt Yordrick.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, to be fair, it's not as bad as that one time a player just said, I cast
Throw a
Green
rock.
Flame Blade on the fire giant.
Okay, is
God.
it better or worse than I throw a rocket, Terry?
What was it? Green
Okay.
Flame Blade on the singular fire giant?
On a fire giant, they were
Even
said,
better.
on a singular fire giant, they
Even
said,
better.
I'm gonna cast Green Flame Blade, and guess what? It's immune to fire damage, dipshit.
surprise.
Also, there's nothing else to hit with it.
Well, Green Flame Blade, we were at a higher level. We were like level 15, so it would have done bonus damage, but you know.
So, my suggestion, a night attack, when we know that the guy steps out to do the ritual, is when we do it, and we try to sneak up there as best we can.
If we can take out him before anyone else, then really the bandits have no.
Are we trying to kill this guy, or are we trying to capture him?
I don't think we're going to be able to capture him. I love to be able to capture him, but I don't think we're going to be able to.
I thought you
doubt
had
we
the
will.
painting thing.
I do. It's also assuming that he's going to go night-night so easily. Okay, how about this? We'll try to go for the capture, but if you feel like you need to go for the kill, go for the kill. I'd rather we avoid it, but hey.
It's fine. We just gotta aim for his head instead of, all that. And he just makes a big circle with his hands.
Gestures to everything.
Right. Palius,
This.
Yordrick,
Dang.
do you guys want to take in the fight? You guys want to take up the lead then?
Does seem like the most sound approach.
I think I'm going to try to stay a little bit back for this one.
So what we do
What's
is we
that?
have Scrap up front.
Scrap and Flora up front, Palius and Yordrick in the rear, and
Yeah.
Dahlia has to
And
go in
Dahlia
blind.
back in town.
Yeah, and
No,
Dahlia
you
goes
see-
home.
You see, Yordrick is in his shell. You've attached wheels to him, and Scrap's just sitting on top with a trebuchet.
Scrap
you
has
roll
used
him
his
in.
chemistry to paint Yordrick's shell blue. They're gonna make
Whoa.
sure the cult members are all ahead of them, and Dahlia's just gonna go, eh.
I was gonna say, we sit Dahlia on top of Yordrick, spin him like a Beyblade. Dahlia casts Spirit Guardians, and then she just vroom around the entire
And we
map.
put Beyblade in the Olympics.
Yes.
Exactly.
And
that's
Bakugan.
All according to Cake.
Now
Anyways.
that would get me to a fucking.
Now I will
house.
say, love the plan. Given the fact that we only have 15 minutes left of our 4 hours, I might need a little bit to fine tune this given your plans.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
Does the group think we could discuss anything more for it?
I'm just saying, like, we're not gonna start combat tonight.
Obviously,
probably,
that's my point. Is
yeah,
like we can
I just want to make sure things are ready and not give you guys something I'm slapped at.
I think we can go up to the point of where we go into a combat screen.
Okay.
What do you think are the chances this guy can summon stuff?
Hi.
He does have that fancy fetish.
You know, weird thing
Well,
to say.
I'm so proud of all of you. I was staring directly at Palace's Discord icon.
I was gonna say fancy
You
stick, but I
know.
decided to test everybody.
Micah,
That
I'm
would
proud
have
of
been
you.
worse, Micah. That would have been worse.
Just gonna.
How can you see
fancy
his
stick?
stick? How can
The
you
way-
see it under all?
The way AJ was saying, yeah, under all that, when AJ saying he was going hum and a ha, wiggling around with two hands, you know, like there was a lot I had to hold in there.
AJ, it's just the Lord Slug movie. You're a penis. Been so long
So long
since
since
you
you've
see
seen yours,
don't
you
know
forgot what it looks
So-
like.
What's the plan?
Please don't break my
Sounds
arm,
like
Dahlia.
at night, when he comes out, we're gonna try to ambush them for when he comes out with the ritual, attack, and do our best.
So we're waiting for them to come out. We're ambushing and we're just going in headstrong.
Hey AJ.
If you got a better
Hey,
idea.
sir.
Can I plant bombs in locations and detonate them at a later time?
No, you don't have detonation bombs.
But I wanted to put a bunch of
Good for you.
I want to put a
Plant,
bunch of
Mike.
bombs
Plant it,
in the
man.
spot where they start the fire, so when they
We've
light
been
the
over
fire,
you.
it explodes.
You would have to sneak up next to
Yeah,
the
you'd have to
wall.
get
Dahlia
there.
can turn me invisible.
And we've been over.
We-
That's
They
not
have
gonna help.
sniff. They have the power of sniff.
Are they watching the actual ritual circle the entire time?
Yeah, probably.
Away.
He said it's right there by the opening. of
It's
the
like
wall.
right outside.
That's fair. I figured it was a little bit further away.
I'd
Also, we've
imagine
established
it's
multiple times
maybe,
you don't have detonator.
It's maybe like 5 to 10 feet, maybe away from the door of the place. You step out, you do the thing, you'll walk back in.
He doesn't want to walk far.
Exactly.
Do we have any reliable way to see in a smoke cloud?
No, not
No.
really.
No.
Yordrick
Without
just
that,
raised
like,
his hand. I can see through magical darkness.
Well,
That's
no,
not
this
For
is-
Yeah.
you, buddy.
he's specifically referring to the ever-smoking bottle.
All right. Well, I would say that if the battle seems to be going
What?
south and we need to retreat, maybe that's
That's a
not.
good option.
It's a good option. We still have here. They haven't discovered it yet, so we all could run different directions and meet back up here.
If we wanted to,
This is very true. Good point, Dahlia.
during
Always good to have a retreat option.
Oh,
Retreat plan.
Yeah, we should definitely have a plan if things go bad and we need to meet up afterwards. But also, what if we use the ever-smoking bottle as like a fire that they think is going to draw attention to them, so they have to run to put it out, but it's just the bottle.
or
Not a
if
bad
we
idea.
wanted
Actual
to-
fire.
Or if we wanted to, when they're outside doing the ritual, you uncap it and one of us throws it beyond them inside the fort, and then they.
I don't want to
or-
lose it.
I do understand that.
I
It was
also
just the idea
I
of
mean-
the
Smoke bomb is
arcane
an
that kinda
ever
goes-
trusted companion.
I want to
Mhm.
point out that the smoke bomb is a great escape option, but I also want to point out a lot of them can use their scent to know where we are. We have to rely on sight.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't make a bat god.
So
They'd all have blind sight. That'd be dumb.
it could honestly just put us at a disadvantage.
Depends on where the ever smoking bottle ends up. We place it correctly. It inhibits their vision and gives us a chance to escape.
It may not be the worst idea to like if we attack one of the gates and then we use the bottle and then we all run out away from the base. if they decide, anyone who decides to go in is going to be a bit disoriented and could separate them. They'll be kind of wandering, confused for a while.
Oh no, Cat's going Darth Vader on us.
Sorry.
No, it's not. Stop apologizing for when we make jokes. This is the funny. These are the yucks.
If only someone knew Fog Cloud, I could throw a flashbang and blind everybody.
If I was
I
a
can
different
also-
genie, I could.
If only someone knew gaseous form.
We
I
could
do
also
get that
potentially
later.
use my knowledge of darkness for escape if need be.
Just do the equivalent of turning on your high beams in
Okay.
heavy fog.
So I think it's just the plan is run up, ambush when he walks out, do the fight. If it goes well, we continue. If not, darkness, smoke bomb, we run and regroup here.
Running is never
Yeah.
a bad strategy.
What
If we realize we're in over our
prioritize?
heads, we need prioritize is everybody gets out alive.
Besides the obvious, like, if more of those, like, mage guys show up, should we focus on them, or should we focus on the guy that's really big?
I think their leader is their
Focus on the big guy.
main director of the entire.
Such a
Okay.
big target.
He might be the guy who's in charge, but I don't want to get blasted by a fireball.
I don't know that.
Got a
Okay.
point. Got a point.
So we can't necessarily say full focus, but we split focus. Big guy and mages.
Micah,
Yeah.
We also shouldn't all run in a group.
didn't you take
Agreed.
quicksand?
No, I did not take quicksand.
I didn't know if you took any of the geomancy spells that had to do with terrain manipulation yet.
Uh,
I got a little bag of sand if that.
yeah. No,
That can
I-
help if you can shove it down someone's throat.
I
I
ended
have
up
pockets.
taking- I ended up taking Tremor Strike and Stone's Toughness.
Okay, so to cover a retreat, Tremor Strike ain't bad. Also, Broden, we have bots in the chat if you can take care of that.
I do also still have Spike Growth, so that is just
Yeah, that too. There's always old
people
Also
ones.
running
good for
behind us,
covering
and they
retreat.
are taking damage no matter what.
I actually can't at the moment.
Oh, thanks, Toma. When I went into mod view, the messages disappeared, so...
The combination of spike growth and darkness for covering a retreat would probably work really well.
Concentration.
Hi, I can cast darkness too,
I was
and I
about
don't
to
have
say,
to.
Oh, yeah.
Darkness.
Jack, so
Well, sorry, I
Um,
remember giving Peleus the option to switch that out if he wanted to. so-
It's also a
But
great
I'm
way to
also
funnel
like-
people.
Yeah, do I have to concentrate on it? Because darkness
yeah,
comes from my.
darkness is concentration,
Yes,
yeah.
and
Even if it's
it doesn't matter where it comes from. A concentration spell is a
Fair enough.
concentration spell.
Unless it says otherwise for certain like abilities or magic items.
Yeah. Like if the
Getting off track. I'm trying to come up with a plan.
I think we
This
have
is
one.
part of the plan.
I-
There's like resources.
So what we know right now, we are waiting at night. We are ambushing them then. We are attacking them from this entrance that guy comes out of. I think the only thing we need to decide, do we do stuff like spike growth at the start to also kind of limit retreat and reinforcements from that entrance?
Spike Growth has a range of
10-foot circle.
No.
I would say we cast spike growth.
I can cast it from 150 feet away, so I could put it behind them inside the camp
That's a
to
great
stop them from
opener.
running away or from people coming in. Given that would still encourage mages and arrows to come at us.
Yeah, but as far as we can tell, it's just a wall. It's not a rampart.
Yeah, but it's more just they stand on the other side of the spike growth and shoot from there.
They'd have to
There's-
shoot over the wall, which would be shooting blind and be very ineffective.
There are also I'm just pointing this out because you already did bring this up. There's 3 entrances and exits.
True, but it
It'll
does.
delay
It still
from the other
limits
side.
one.
Yeah, it does cut one.
If we delay them from the nearest exit or entrance, that might at least buy us a round or two, which is something that we might need. So I say we go for that. So standard procedure for that.
So
And
we want me to.
If we want
So
to, we
y'all
can
want
also
me to use
cast
spike
darkness on
growth.
the side. Yes, use spike growth on the nearest entrance to close them off from retreating and also limit their reinforcements. And someone else can cast darkness potentially on the side to shield people from the other entrances, or at least one of the other entrances, so archers can't really fire through it without being basically blinded.
Mhm.
If y'all wanted me to, I could cast Spike Growth and then move into the area of the darkness, because then I could stop anyone from trying to go through it, because I could still just see through it.
That's not bad.
Mhm.
Then Helios
So
wants
I
to take
would
up.
not be the main melee person in the front with y'all.
Well, in that
I'm
case,
agreeing with this. Our main thing, our advantage in this fight is going to be controlling the field that we're fighting on.
Does it
If that's the
seem like the
case,
entrances could be collapsed by destroying the walls around them?
The two side ones are smaller, so
They're already collapsed out walls.
Okay, I
At
didn't know if
best,
there
you can
was.
make-
I didn't know if
yeah.
there was like an arch I could collapse to
No.
make a bunch of.
No, these
Level.
are not like formally built entrances. It's more like, hey, this wall. There's like a hole here. Let's make it look big enough
Alright.
for me.
Yordrick, if you want to do that, because that allows you to kind of fight where you're good.
No.
Flora can back up with Strap. Palace, you'll be the main lead on this one, and I will back you up the best I can, but I'll probably try to primarily stay behind you.
Micah.
because I could do Eldritch Blast from the darkness, and I can also deal with melee in the darkness.
Micah.
Yes.
One thing I'm gonna tell you about how the smell works. They can still hit you just fine if they can smell you.
So technically,
The smell is flavored blind sight.
Okay, that's
I was about to
Yes,
say
different.
That's why I'm just
by
gonna pull the
being-
veil off this one.
By being blinded, they would not.
yes. We'd only be blinded to them.
If that's the case, then the darkness might not be useful, unless we consider with the people.
What?
Do
if-
the ones that have smell have like bows and arrows, and does their smell reach past the darkness?
Prestidigitation lasts for an hour, right?
Yes.
What if the people who are going to be closest to them are prestidigitated to have their
So
smell
it's
blend
not.
into the environment?
So here's the issue. It's not keen sight. It's just fancy blind sight.
Yep.
It's.
Okay, that may be the case, but I'm still gonna ask the question of whether or not that would work, considering we are flavoring it as if they were smelling you.
I will say no.
The thing is
Okay.
that with prestidigitation is you remove the scent or you add a scent. It's just a fact of they would smell the scent that you are unless we somehow.
Yeah, and if you make the scent that you are the scent of the environment,
Do any of you have the sense of smell necessary to perfectly match that?
Nah.
probably not.
Yep. Now, if
It
only
was
Thomas
worth
Shift-
asking.
It's worth asking, but if only Thomas Shifter was here, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be
So-
at this point.
It,
We're
it's gonna
figuring
be
it
a
out.
shifter. We're still
It
figuring it out.
sounds
though.
like what we're gonna do is we're just gonna spike growth the first entrance to limit that, because that could give us a round or two before the other sides come, and then
We may just want to save the darkness for the option of fleeing then.
yes, because
I
that
could try and
that at least will
I
get
could
rid
tr-
of the regular bandits.
I could try to keep them in the spike growth with some of my bombs that can shove people around.
That's a great
Wouldn't
idea.
be a bad idea for whenever they start trying to get through.
Above game, it only pushes them back 5 feet, but I mean it's
Damage.
damage and it's making them deal with the spike growth a little bit longer because it's also difficult terrain, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
difficult terrain, and every 5 feet they move, they take 2d4 damage.
If only you had cobble shift.
Cobble shift? Oh, the
Fucking city druids.
dear goodness, the city druid.
If you're using if you guys use city druid, I get to use magic missile wizard.
So it is a 20-foot radius, so that is a 40-foot diameter circle. So that covers a
What?
big area inside that fort.
Perfect.
If Flora also frost beams them, they'll have their movement reduced on top of difficult terrain.
Yeah.
And if I add a Spirit Guardians, they're cut in half again.
Yep.
There's very much a combination of us dealing with mobility and just keeping someone in danger spikes, because
So I-
there is a combination for spike growth and the different.
And if I hit them really hard,
Invocations.
they'll fall over.
I like
Technically-
Salkus's plan.
Above game, technically, I can throw a bomb to push them back 5 feet, and then bonus action shove them backwards with my telekinesis for another 5 feet.
Hmm.
So that's what it sounds like. It sounds like
I'm just
we're
I'm just
doing
checking
the
my
night
notes. He's
assaults
right.
when the big guy comes out for half a second. Spike growth the area that he comes in,
And then after that, we assault, we limit mobility the best we can, and we just... And this is me saying it, not Dahlia.
Yeah.
Slaughter everything that we can in sight.
If
to
you guys
just
do the spike
survive.
growth, keep in mind, it's indiscriminate.
Oh yeah, we
but
know.
The point is that
Okay.
we're gonna put it.
And
in
when
the
all
spike
else
form.
fails, burn it all.
I just didn't want, like, Broden casting Spirit Guardian, step on the spike growth, and concentration dropped. Ha ha ha.
I have 2 alchemist fires if people want to have fire available.
I still have alchemist.
I actually have one. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
This is
I also
Draco at this point.
have 4 venom tear poison.
Dahlia will also remind the group, if you can kill cult members or anything that may have some kind of demonic relation of any kind, try to use anything holy or let someone who can use radiance kill it.
That's why
I'm
I'm
just gonna rip him in half, but I mean, you know,
That was the question I wanted to ask. Did it seem like using radiant against this guy would be important? That I guess we don't really have a way to test that other than just hitting him with it
Yeah.
and seeing what
Yeah.
happens.
So, Toma, you are welcome to stroll up and be like, "Hello, fellows! Can I touch your orb?"
Excuse me, sir.
And then, and then take a needle full of holy water and be like,
News reporter here. Quick question for you. Are you weak to holy or radiant damage?
I don't know,
"Sweet,
if
I cast Zone of Truth." Hey,
Edge, I have a
A
question.
real
up
nice
Bugs
orb
Bunny.
you got there. Taps with shovel and it just disintegrates.
Just pull a
Aw.
Bugs Bunny, come to the front door dressed like a nurse. Oh, I'm sorry. We need to give you your yearly vaccine shot.
your cult injection.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It burns. Don't worry, it's supposed to. My innards are on fire.
I don't want to have to use it, but if we ever need it, if we all just want someone to, if you all just need Dahlia to go in and grab the book, AJ has always promised me that I have the one morning.
Yeah, she has 1 cup of tea this whole campaign.
That I am allowed to use to just Looney Tune my way in and out of a place. Just morning.
I owed him a favor.
soon.
Scrap is,
It's too
Scrap
soon.
is-
That's too powerful.
Scrap is not above. Hello, fellows. I heard there were some orbs I could fondle here.
They just tossed you like a basketball.
No, it's just that one old Coca-Cola commercial.
Hey kid,
kid.
catch. Thanks, Colt Joe. Selkus, you had a question before we started doing shenanigans?
I don't even remember what the question was.
Well, I think that's a good place to call it, because now we're too deep into just shenanigans.
Yeah, I think we figured it out anyways.
Yeah, you got a plan. I may ask for stuff in writing throughout the week, just so I remember, but...
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Yes, plan carefully, and watch out for stinky boys. Choose your role carefully.